Gentlemen, the day may come when VTubers fail.
Jesus.
But this is not that day. Welcome to the podcast.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Nick.
I'm Carlos.
And this week, we've got some new and interesting things to talk about when it comes to the news. There's an update coming for HoloCure eventually. Let's see what else happened. Kiara's changing her art tag, potentially. And Cameron and I went to an anime convention. We had on-the-scene reporting. We didn't really, actually. We did go and we went and enjoyed ourselves. Mm-hmm. It was a fun time.
It was a good time.
We got to really meet some VTubers.
We did.
At least one of us did.
We did.
Son of a bitch. I got to go to a bunch of panels that feature VTubers. And Carlos got a shirt out of it.
Carlos got a shirt.
Yeah.
So. Got a free shirt while I stayed at home and worked the entire time.
You are a working man.
That's true.
You are the man who puts food on the VTubers' tables.
That's why we call you Two Jobs Carlos.
That's why they call you that.
You're, off at an anime convention, and I left work at 8 o'clock p.m.
Poor man.
Jesus.
Poor man.
Have you considered becoming possibly a VTuber through Niji Sanji so you can move on from your occupation?
There we go. There's an idea.
That'd be cool. I think we should force Carlos to become a VTuber.
I don't think I need a third job.
You would quit the other two.
Eventually, when he got to that point.
You would become a thirst trap. Woman would pay for you to not do what you're doing right now and keep doing what they want you to do, which is play Yoshi's Island.
All right, first of all, the bros pay for the bro tubers as well. You gotta, shower your bros with cash. That's how it goes.
Why does Altair have the most subs? I just don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with the fact that he has Fauna's voice but looks like a man. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
If you know, you know. If you feel it, I feel it too.
There you go. Anyway, this is Super Chats.
Yeah.
Welcome.
There is a strong potential this is your first episode because anyone who watches any of the episodes, it's their first episode because no one will ever see them.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a tongue twister. That's a brain fuck.
It's true. Maybe this week we'll remember to tweet about this or something.
You might need to bleep that out. You aren't allowed to curse in the first minute of a video. I'm sorry, YouTube.
That's okay. I'm not worried about
Isn't
money.
YouTube fantastic? This
isn't about money for us. This is about giving money to digital women and sometimes dudes.
Yeah.
Basically.
Indiscriminately.
Yeah. Simping, some would call it.
Shrimping.
Others would call it.
Scholars.
We're going to pause real quick while I fix the background. That's better.
Now for a word from our sponsors, Misaligned Curtains.
Yeah. Do you have misaligned curtains?
You do. Look behind you. You do.
Well, Jimmy Two Toes is going to come to your fucking house. He's going to fix your damn curtains. Sorry, where were we?
We decided to have fun instead of do the podcast, but I think we should preface this. We did a good job, as always, of actually collecting stuff. Carlos killed it on the outline again. We all have stuff in our brain. This one's going to be a little more loosey-goosey. For starters, we don't really have an industry focus this time because me and Nick were prohibitively busy.
It's true.
Before we even drove 8 hours to be in Boston for this insane tomfoolery, we also had a very busy week at work. So, needless to say, we did not have time to really make sure everything we like to do is done. The industry focus was never intended to be like it has to happen or everyone on the planet dies thing. It's just do it when it's good and when it feels right, and it just so happened to feel right every time till now.
Yeah.
But to all one of you who are upset that we weren't able to actually do it this week, we do apologize.
I'm very sorry, Ollie.
I forgot that she's watching all of these.
She's the only viewer, and that's why we're grateful to her. Then because she's a cool Zambi.
She is really cool. So much respect for her. Yeah. That's such a dorky way to say it. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's just jump into it. We'll tackle this lovely outline provided to us from our hard fucking working friend Carlos.
Yeah. I was only up until 2:30 last night rating list.
Stop killing me, dude. You're killing it.
I wrote some of these words, not a lot. It was all Carlos.
I jumped on to write some, and every single thing I had, Carlos already wrote.
Yeah.
So it's like, God, talk. I can do it for you.
All right, let's start off then. Like I said earlier, Kiara has announced on Twitter that she's going to change her art tag. Apparently, it's because her art tag begins with the word art, and it's causing some conflicts and some issues. So she hasn't said when that's going to happen, but she did say it's going to happen. So keep an eye out for that. If you were a big Kiara simp, I don't know who would be like that.
So for her, it was more of a search issue unless the tag has become destroyed. Okay, fair enough.
I believe that's the case. I think it's something to do with tags that just begin with the word art, she said. It causes a lot of conflicts.
Twitter does have a lot of issues with like an algorithmic blocking. Like I see some artists who try to get themselves out there end up having to spell some terms out by like making spaces or doing characters. Like some people believe that typing the word Patreon will get your tweet suppressed, which I think is cute and fun.
Yeah, I mean, like I believe it pretty easily. Twitter does seem to just in general be kind of confusing.
And I'm just going to talk about, since we're on this subject, dip my first scoop into the super chats because I was blessed with another episode this week. There's a part where they were talking about how much Twitter isn't great because Iris was like, oh, it's a dog now. And Cal, you felt like Callie's blood rise level. It's like, yeah, I don't know what that Musk guy's doing. Like she's respecting the brand, but fuck, she hates that one.
Yeah.
I love that.
So there is a new Chadcast, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I fucking loved it as always. Chadcast is my favorite HoloLive thing. I just like these three personalities. I love how they get along. I love what they talk about.
I caught a little bit of it. I didn't sit through the whole thing, but from everything that I heard, it was a pretty solid episode. Oh, they talked about balls at one point.
Yeah. So while I'm in the neighborhood, let's go. How about we sum up the Chadcast real quick? And by us, I mean me and you guys chiming in, as is polite. So this Chatcast starts off like ramping into the testicle discussion. So they were talking about like a horror movie, and it's like, it's weird that the balls got torn out of the sack or whatever. And Iris went, huh? As Iris does every time. She always trips face first into these conversations. And then it's like, I just don't get it. I'm so oblivious. How does this keep happening to me? It's like, you do it to yourself.
Every time.
It was a long conversation. It's the typical stuff of Callie's like, okay, I'm the one who's going to describe this. BAE absolves responsibility, hands up, falls beneath the table. I'm literally 12, guys.
Yeah.
Iris just continues to fumble her way and manages to make it worse. Great convo, great funny. That's definitely the thing that's been clipped the most because it's women talking about tebsticles.
Yep, I definitely saw that clip. It was definitely recommended to me immediately after the Chadcast finished.
Yeah. So after that, they all talked about their time preparing for the concert and stuff. And one of the things that came up was Callie's birthday concert. Here's some cool trivia. Apparently, first of all, they confirmed a lot of things about how these 3D setups work. That was really interesting to me. They have like a physical camera guy who's navigating the VR space with the camera, apparently. Like full on like how they filmed the Lion King remake. Because that's what they did. They made a 3D space. They got cameras that are mocapped and matched to the VR space so you can move through the VR space to film these 3D objects, except in this case, it's another person also mapped to it.
So what you're saying is, during Callie's concert, that the other members were likely actually there,
yes,
fighting over the camera, moving it around.
Yes, they might have actually literally been there. If they were all forced to be in that building and they were physically there, there's a camera they can physically grab and do stuff with. I feel like for you guys who've been watching HoloLive for a long time, this was painfully obvious, especially if you think back to like Polka's 3D debut where the guy's like, I just gotta see what's going on under there.
Oh, yeah.
That cameraman either loved or hated Polka.
It would not shock me at all if the cameraman is usually a camera woman that is a gen mate. Because they literally did that as a joke for all of the Myth debut, or the Myth concerts and stuff. So.
Yeah. So, well, the camera guy went to set down the camera and it phased through the environment. No joke. It phased through the floor into another prefab environment. And below Callie's rap stage was a place where they grow marijuana. So there's a secret weed lab in Callie's environment.
That is excellent.
And Callie did a good job going like, they're growing medicinal herb from Resident Evil. Callie's theory about why is the stage is made in Unity. Mm-hmm. She believes what happened is they just grabbed an already finished map from like the prefab store because that would already have like lighting information, a stage made, a skybox we can use, textures that we can repurpose. And they just put the weed lab really down low and then built what they wanted on top, figuring there'd never be a day where a cameraman on stream will put the camera down. Well, this didn't happen on stream. This was during rehearsal. But like apparently what happens, they look back at the cameras like, why is there weed?
Good questions. Good questions.
That's a great thing to know about. This is why I fucking love Chadcast, because they just let go and talk about things frankly.
Yeah. I mean, and that's always great because you do get that frank discussion that gives you that little peek inside of what's actually happening.
Yeah. And then they talked about their models for a bit. Iris said, my model's glitching out, but it's like a secret expression because it got stuck between happy and sad. So she had like the sad eyebrows, but the smile. So Iris is like, it looks like I'm pitying you. And they all got to laugh. But Iris is like, I gotta get this fixed. And then she pressed the wrong thing and she dropped her phone after she popped. And Bae just screamed, no, Iris! You have to stop messing with it. This is what you get. This is like just full on, like, you idiot, you buffoon, you absolute idiot.
Amazing.
Gets it fixed. They're back on. And I think that was the last big gag. I'm biting my tongue because I know I'm forgetting something. From there, they talked about just like how stuff's been going, how they're excited for the concerts, what stuff that's coming up. And they also discussed bugs. Because Bae is very familiar and very comfortable with bugs. She is in Australia. You have no choice.
Yeah, they are everywhere. And they're very scary there.
Yeah. They talked about spiders and centipedes and little guys. Bae is,
I think I saw that clip too because she's just like, yeah, there's just spiders. I have pet spiders sometimes.
Yeah.
They come and go as they please.
And then Kylie's like, that's not a pet. If it leaves, it's not a pet.
I guess they'll just have to invite Crony on sometime and
Yeah.
talk about her love of bugs.
Oh, she loves spiders so much.
Oh, yeah. Get Hachama on there. Why not? She needs a snack sometimes.
Yeah, she's starved.
Yeah.
It's been a while. You got to feed her.
I don't see why not. All right, so that's Chadcast, huh?
Yeah, that was Chad. Those are our rivals.
Yeah.
We need to rise above Chadcast.
I don't think that's quite the goal. But I do think that, speaking of Crony, we can just jump into whatever the hell 5D chess is.
Yeah, we can.
So, Carlos, you threw this in there.
So I watched about a half hour of this, and from what I understood from their 5D chess stream was nobody knows what 5D chess is.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I can give like a basic description, but keep going.
Well, at the point that I tuned into their stream, it was at the point where Ame was losing, and Crony was horribly making fun of her for losing. That went on for about 10 minutes until Crony realized Ame cannot figure out a move to continue the game.
Yeah.
I should probably start helping her. This went on for another 20 minutes before they both gave up and couldn't figure out a legal move for her to do.
Hololive is known for being very good at chess streams. Every
God.
single one has gone off without a single hitch. And so this was anticipated to be a very smooth stream, I'm sure. The fact that there was anything going weird or sideways in a 5-dimensional chess game is a little surprising, I'm sure. But as far as I understand it, whenever you're playing 5D chess, you have multiple boards, potentially in different quantum superpositions. And there's also time dilation things to deal with. You can win in one timeline, and then then you can lose in another timeline. And like, that's why this is very confusing.
Yeah, Nick gave the perfect description. The most important thing to think about is your current board state isn't all that matters. It's all the board states that have ever been generated. Like, you can checkmate through time.
Yep.
So 5D chess is insane. It's not a game for me. I hate it.
So needless to say,
But it's funny.
their stream went on for about 2 hours for one match. And then at the very end, they both informed everybody that they would not be doing that again.
I don't see why.
I don't get it. Everyone should play it.
Yeah. 5D chess, if you haven't seen the meme about the reviews for 5D chess, you can find it very easily if you just search online. But basically, no one seems to understand how this game works. Someone had to develop it, obviously.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they understand it 100%.
I don't know. There's people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it relies, as I understand it, on a lot of theoretical physics.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck and have fun if you decide to pick it up.
I don't know. The stream, what I saw, it was like 30 different chessboards all on the stream at once, and there were arrows pointing from random chessboards to other chessboards.
Yeah, that's the pieces jumping between timelines.
Makes sense.
Oh, God, at some point, I watched a good video to describe it. It's like, here's the timeline, and then up and down are alterations to the timeline. Like, what a game.
You know, I've been watching a 6-hour video on YouTube, as time permits me, about the entire story of the Nier universe. So I think I'd be fine at 5D chess.
If you may, who is the creator of this?
I don't know. Some guy.
It was recommended to me. I haven't started it yet.
I hope it's my boy Klemps.
It's not. I don't think.
Probably watch my boy Klemps.
I can tell you who it is if I look real quick,
Yeah.
but
Hope you guys don't mind.
It's Eruption Fang is the YouTuber in question.
Never heard of him, but I'm sure he does a good job.
Yeah, it's really good so far. He's got like 230,000 subs. Pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I just think of that because Klemps got famous for making all of his Nier videos, and he's the guy who got me in Nier. He's the reason I was looking forward to Automata. I owe Klemps a lot. If you're watching this, dude, you're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Good shit.
I don't remember. I think it was Automata when I saw it. I saw that in a lot of Tubi's ass on the internet.
As encouraged by the creator.
Yeah, Yoko Taro's a G.
Fucking love Yoko
You
Taro.
mean Yoko Taro that told his fans, please send me it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
No. It's not send me it. It's too hard to find it all. Please produce one zip file so it may be seen easier.
That sounds right.
And if you haven't seen it, it's like the top post on the Nier Automata Reddit. One woman dressed as 2B and then intimidated him into signing her thigh. I believe like the thread is titled, I have sexually dominated Yoko Taro, made him cry like a child.
I mean, I'm not going to say... Yoko Taro has a history of just laying on the ground, rolling around, and screaming anyway.
Nier Automata t-shirt. This is now the Yoko Taro podcast.
Yeah, maybe we should move on. But...
No, one more.
Okay, one more.
One of my favorite parts is when Nier Nier, the original remastered game, came out, the new one. And he's like, please purchase it. If you do not buy enough copies, I will have to get in a van and sell these copies myself.
Fair.
Please, we need to sell these. I think his exact phrasing for one of this was, please buy enough of these games before Square Enix realizes their mistake.
That's a very Yoko Taro outlook on things, frankly, is what it seems like.
He is a VTuber.
I mean, I guess that... I don't feel comfortable with this conversation anymore.
He's our industry focus. Move on.
Yeah. Crony, Kelly, Magni, Vesper did an Uno stream. Magni and Vesper.
Here's what I know about this Uno
today.
stream. Fucking everyone at the con was talking about it.
Oh, God,
This
yeah.
was like a fucking earth-shaking moment in Hololive.
I know Crony won a lot, and that I know that Vesper... quick spoiler for later. We went to a panel that Vesper was at, and he was talking about how he has to play League of Legends now, and how excited he is.
No. It was Magni.
No, Vesper was the one that has to play.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Magni had a different history of League.
Yeah,
Continue.
Magni was talking about it and like reminded Vesper, like, "Hey, don't forget, we'll be playing League later this week, right?"
But he was gonna cheat. He was gonna play team fight tactics.
Oh, fuck off. No, you fucking can't.
Yep. No, I'm pretty sure he confirmed during the panel. He was like, "Fine, I'll install League for real." He's very excited to play it. I
Oh, he
believe.
loves League. I love League as
Has he
much as he
actually
does.
played League? Do either of you two know?
I don't
Vesper, no.
think he has.
He's never
no.
really played it. Magni has. Enough to know he hates it.
Yeah.
In the way that it... I agree with him entirely. No game pisses me off like League. I actually don't get mad at games. I get mad at League.
League, I just hate the community. Here's the thing. So the panel we went to that had Magni and Vesper, they were giving out life advice, and one person asked, "How do I?" It was related to League of Legends. I'm not sure if it was how can I quit it.
It was literally, how do I stop playing 5 hours of League of Legends every night?
Yeah, because they were playing alone. You know, all their friends had dropped out of League, and they were like, "I just don't want to." You know, like I feel like I should be doing something else. And they gave the person some really solid advice along the lines of, start watching League, because then you'll get that little fix maybe.
Yeah.
And then that way you won't end up playing it. And then eventually they circle back around to just do what you enjoy. You're not hurting anyone.
Play more League.
Yeah, like if that's what you want to do, if that's your thing, do it,
Yeah.
Find your tribe.
Well, here, my experience with League, played the beta, loved it, started to get way too competitive. I started to hate the game. I moved to watching streamers. I started to hate watching streamers play it too, and now I'm completely clean of the game.
Yeah, now you're cured.
Every once in a while, like every 2 years or so, I'm like, I should reinstall League, and then I do. I play one match, and I'm like, yep, it's still League, and then I delete it again.
League is like, if you love being corrected by strangers, it's one of the best games ever made.
Yeah.
Being corrected by strangers that are probably wrong.
Yeah.
It's like
almost always. It's weird.
It's like waking up on a football field and someone who is stoned out of their mind is trying to tell you how to score a touchdown against 40 guys.
Again, it's one of those things where like there's nothing wrong with League necessarily. It's just the fact that like I fell out of League because like ARAMs came out as an officially supported game mode. That's when I stopped playing, because every one of my friends was suddenly like, let's play ARAMs. Hey, you want to play ARAMs? You guys want to play ARAMs? And I was like, ARAMs are fun. You want to do a 5? 5v5? And everyone's like, nah, I want to play ARAMs. And I was like, what about 3v3? No, I think an ARAM. And so I did nothing but play ARAMs for like a month straight. And I was like, for the love of God, I just want to play a 5v5. And no one would play 5v5s anymore. And so I just stopped playing. I was like, I'm going to go play World of Tanks or whatever. So
At least that game has government secrets.
that's War Thunder. That they keep leaking secrets in the War Thunder forums. It's actually impressive at this point.
But what really sucks about the Uno stream is that Crony's the worst person to lose to. Love her to death, but egomaniac.
There is such a thing as a bad loser, and there's also such a thing as a bad winner. There's Richard Hammond, and there's Crony, and that might not be the right order.
So, I suppose spoilers for the end of their Uno stream.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Crony's turn. She played a card, and it's like, okay, Uno. Next person, I think it was Callie, drew a card. Okay, we're swapping hands. I'm taking your Uno card. Now I have it.
Mm-hmm.
And came back around. Crony drew one card, swapped hands back again. Got her single card back again. And, of course, then that ended up being how she won off of it.
That's how it goes.
And Vesper felt the pain immediately.
I love this. They need an unofficial squad name, just like Snot does in Chad cast. They need to just be like the Salt cast. Because they keep playing really upsetting games together.
One of the best combos I've seen actually is Crony and Vesper, because like they just play off each other so hard and so like earnestly. The point where like Crony or the psychiatrist stream with Vesper, where Crony was just like, where are you looking? And then he closed his eyes for the next 40 minutes of the stream so as not to objectify her. Was fucking gold. Like the rest of the stream, he did not open his eyes. It was amazing. The commitment to the bit.
I remember it was actually even better than that. It was that she was talking about how she was like seeing herself and everything, and
That's what it was, yeah.
and then she's like, oh no, I see myself in the reflection in your eyes.
Yep.
So he closed his eyes.
Yeah, it was later on whenever she was just like, oh my God, are you being sexist right now? And he was like, no, I'm not. Like,
I just love Crony has something kind of unique that a lot of other VTubers don't really lean into as much. The most comparable I'd say is like Marine. Crony has an exaggerated personality. She's not afraid to be a parody of herself.
oh no, it's great.
Like all the other girls, like, let's keep it real. Let's shoot for this. Crony's like, I'm an egomaniacal maniac, and my goal is to put you in your place. I think it's kind of cute you sent me $5 just now, loser.
She has a body pillow of herself
Yeah,
in her 3D
love
room.
it.
she
Love it.
deserves to have that.
She fucking does.
All right, let's talk about Magni and Axel real quick. Speaking of the boys, we've talked a little bit about them. We're going to talk about them again. We got a lot of activity with the boys this week, frankly.
Oh, we've had a lot of activity with boys lately.
The lads. But Magni and Axel both hit 200K subscribers.
Which is fucking awesome.
Congratulations, guys. You deserve it.
Congratulations.
And much more.
Genuinely proud of these boys. They've put in a lot of work, and frankly, I don't think this is any exaggeration or saying anything no one has thought. You get a rougher start if you're a dude in this.
That's true.
The VTubers are mostly guys who want to watch girls play cute games. So it's great to see the guys doing well, making their niche and finding their audience, and thriving. That's a healthy channel.
Yeah, 200K subs is nothing to sneeze at, frankly. Again, we live in a world of 10 million subs, but like you're doing really good if you got 200K, frankly.
200K is like, geez, with enough ad deals and thinking stuff out, I can at least consider quitting my job. Like,
yeah, I mean, easy.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people that get significantly less views on all of their videos, and they still do YouTube full time somehow.
Yeah.
It's ad deals.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. How you gonna like Patreon it or whatever? So, enough of the behind the scenes stuff. But if you haven't watched any of the guys, it's worth giving them a shout. Frankly,
I highly recommend Fortnite stream number 15.
Oh yeah, dude, Magnes. Oh, that was a joke that kept coming up. It was the fact that he's just like, yeah, sometimes I like to just stream Fortnite and not talk for 35 minutes. Fortnite number 6 or stream number 6 is a banger though, you know, like. But yeah, I think obviously with any streamer, when they do like an event stream or something original and neat, that's when things are really good. But it's also the day-to-day content, you know?
Yeah.
That they put out. That's where they really draw people. Like, that's where they keep people, I think. And that's the same with any streamer. Like, did I really want to watch Kiara play Slay the Spire? I don't give a shit about Slay the Spire. But I definitely had, like, the need for background noise today, and I was like, Kiara's playing Slay the Spire. I'm just going to throw that up there. And so I watched her play a game I had no interest in.
I've watched Fauna build her tree for more hours than I can remember at this point.
And there you go. Oh, I had a thought about that the other day too, because like Gura has a huge project going on that frankly she's never gonna finish, and Fauna has a huge project going on that she might finish. What I think they should do, and this is me coming in from the outside and demanding it as a fan, is they should just do collab streams with everybody and do like a round robin where they try and finish like all work on one person's project and help each other finish it. Take that to the bank.
The Hollow Bank.
Ollie, let them know.
Ollie, you're RN.
Yeah.
I mean, Fauna said, "Hey, I think I'll have the tree. I'll finish the tree someday by 2024."
Yeah, there you go. That's an attainable goal, frankly. It's reasonable. But yeah, we got away from it. But yeah, check out the boys. They're all great. As far as I've seen, I haven't seen a bad stream featuring any of the guys. We're getting a few more collabs between the guys and the girls, but there's still that like icky middle school dance. I don't want to talk to girls energy sometimes, or the girls don't want to talk to boys. And unfortunately, that's enforced by the audience in some levels. But you know,
yeah, some people they just don't like it, and they get like really weird about it.
Yeah,
it's not cool.
I don't know. I actually like the combined streams a lot.
Yeah, like I said, Crony and Vesper just like they bounce off each other so well. It's so funny when they get
Here's my attitude. I like the collabs. I like how this is like a huge cast of people who occasionally collab. I have never cared about their gender.
Yeah.
Not even like one day. I think it's great that they are sometimes cute girls, successful girls, beautiful girls, all sorts of variety and personality. If anything, the variety is what really makes me happy. When guys come in and add their own variety too, that makes me happier. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, like personally, I watch cute girls being cute, and it makes me happy.
Make shirts for the dudes.
Yeah, but like the dudes being bros, like come on, let's go, let's do it.
My roots.
Like it's one of those things where like I got both sides to me. I love them both. Like let's go.
I love watching Vesper just interact with everybody, and Magni, I believe, is the one that it's completely random. But every time I watch him in any collabs, especially in particular ones where they're playing like Steam games, I see he has a Maple Story icon for his account.
Oh, we're gonna bring this up. Oh
yeah. That's definitely a thing that was mentioned.
We keep pecking at the fucking con chat because it's gonna come up. The last MMO Magni gave a shit about was Maple Story.
He confirmed that.
He loved Maple Story.
I watched a video of him talk exclusively for like 20 minutes about MMOs.
Yep.
So
he did say that he gets addicted to MMOs for a while, like every once in a while. That's like his go-to whenever he needs something to play. So personally, Apex Legends comes up for me from time to time, and I'm like, ooh, but.
Well, I would like to say though, Maple Story, don't play it.
No, it's not.
It's not worth it.
It's one of those MMOs that's been like
Play Tibia
corrupted.
instead. That's a deep cut.
Yeah, wow. Hey, speaking of deep cuts,
Yeah.
it's the 3rd anniversary of Hololive Indonesia.
Yeah,
I
it
lied
is.
about the speaking. So yeah, congratulations to Hololive ID. Lots of new merch. I know they had an anniversary for it. I think I was in a car at the moment.
Yeah, but they're doing a pop-up cafe in Jakarta, which is awesome. I'll
That's
be on the
cool.
plane tomorrow. If I could afford a flight to Jakarta right now. I didn't see all the cafe items, but I saw that for Kobo they have a blue velvet like parfait treat that looked really good actually.
I hope Ollie's is just roadkill.
Yeah. It's appropriate, you know.
But yeah, Hololive ID has a lot of like, that's where the sleeper hits like rest. These are like some of the hardest working girls in the whole fucking industry.
Oh God, yes. They're all fantastic. Frankly, there's not a low talent individual in Hollow ID. Like they're all hardworking. They're all super skilled and very talented.
It's both concerning and happy that this is like my primary exposure to Indonesian culture, because it makes me go, wow, this is something I'd never think about. I love this stuff. I love when they talk about what it's like being in Indonesia. And then it's like a brief moment where it's like, the only thing I know about Indonesia is that there's a zombie girl that wants to smell other girls' armpits.
That's all you need, though.
And there's a rain brat that screams a lot and is really good. That's all I know about a whole
And there's a
country.
turkey.
There is a turkey.
She's friends with a chicken.
I've been watching Kobo's channel like a hawk because she is currently sitting at 1.97 million subscribers.
Ooh, so close.
She's been gaining like 50,000 subscribers a week.
Jeez. You imagine?
Kobo played the game, which is to say, I feel like kind of Kobo's similar to a Gura situation where it's just pure charisma. People just, and she has such a wide diversity of what she can do. She's off-putting to some folks in the same way Gura was, because she can have some fucking pipes on her. But fuck, she's really good at singing. She has amazing collabs. She's one of those people. She collabs in the way that she takes over the energy. It becomes about Kobo eventually because she's such a unique personality. She's not a chameleon like the others we talk about, where it's like, oh yeah, I'll just do whatever you're doing. Kobo's like, we're about to do what I want to do.
Yeah, she's like a pillar. Everything revolves around her.
That happened at the panel we saw Kobo at.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into. Wow.
Yeah, but also she's good at guitar. We know that for
She's
sure.
so fucking good.
So she's musically very accomplished. She's a smart person, but she's kind of like airheaded at the same time. Yeah. So she's got that Gura goblin energy too. Again, like her and Gura, I don't ever want to see a collab between the two of them because the world will explode. Actually, I kind of really do want to see that combination. That would just be pure chaos energy. It'd be so fun. I don't think I've ever seen those two in the same room.
I don't think so either, no.
Yeah. But again, like, yeah, she's got goblin mode energy, but you can tell she's like super skilled and really smart at the same time. So
I saw I think it was just today that was going around. She shared on her Instagram or something that she was like training her dog, like just teaching it how to do tricks.
Hell yeah. So she's an animal lover too, on top of everything else. She's the complete package. Check out Kobo today.
If you haven't heard of Kobo, you're about to.
Yeah. Of course, Ollie is the super powered, super energetic girl that we all know and love. You got Renee, who's the more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not like upscale, but like...
Fancy?
Sure, fancy. She's fancy. She's got a very like... almost aristocratic look to her, but she's super down to earth and fun to listen to. Zeta's really cool. I haven't seen a lot of Zeta stuff, but every time she comes up, she's really great.
I made it a point like one day just to watch some more Zeta stuff, and it's like fantastic voice on that woman. Like I just love listening to her talk. And I don't know a ton about her, but she strikes me as a chameleon type because that one. Her and Kobo together are just a dynamic duo of I want to eat all the macaroni and cheese in the house. And Mother, you're the only thing stopping me.
You have the backbone of hard work in Kaela down there as well. She is the NPC of Minecraft currently and is really just running the whole Minecraft economy by herself.
I know she did a stream with Sora recently. Where they just built like a storage room for the whole server together.
I can believe that very easily.
And it looked like a mansion.
Oh, I saw the storage room. It was nutty.
So you got the Minecraft NPC who works with Sora now. That's good to know. Who else we got? I'm missing ID2. Who am I missing?
I know there's the painter girl. I always forget her name.
Who is it?
The girl who's like painty. She has like paint shit on.
Oh,
her.
that's Eofi. Ariana Eofi. She's great. She's not a space alien, or she is. It's hard to tell. She is a fantastic artist.
Really good.
If you haven't seen any of her, what is it like? She makes new hair designs.
Yeah, I
for
saw
the other
those
characters. Those streams are really neat. Also, you realize how big the anime girl heads are. You got Muna Hoshinova, of course, who is a fantastic musical artist. She's an accomplished singer.
I love watching
her.
Let
me scroll through.
She does some great collabs with people, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's half of Peika Muna.
Mention it now. Muna dropped a song today.
Oh, yeah, she did. I haven't checked it out yet, but I heard it's great.
You did hear it's great because I play it in the background while you're setting up the stream.
Oh, cool.
Sneaky.
And then, of course, the last member of Gen 1 is Risu. Ayunda Risu is I just love that squirrel. She's so good. She's a nut. She is a fantastic singer. She's really funny for just regular game streams. She has 2 voices. And definitely every one of the girls from ID. And I'm still forgetting someone in Gen 2 because I said Ollie.
Oh no.
And I said I don't know. I'm losing it, man. Because we covered all of Gen 3. We covered all of Gen 1. Gen 2 is going to have to be Ollie.
We're doing it, folks. We're being thorough. We're all like, we're brained like this. Risu, Muna.
Anya. That's
what God. How can you forget? Her face is perfect.
I know. So Anya's the sleeper of Gen 2 for sure.
100%. Underrated beyond
Zeta
belief.
is the sleeper of Gen 3. Anya is the sleeper of Gen 2. They're both super talented. They're the underdogs, and they're both worth checking out. It's a little difficult for me to watch Anya because she speaks primarily in Indonesian and Japanese, more Japanese than Indonesian from what I've heard. But yeah, it's one of those streams where I can always tune in and nod my head and be like, cute girl, cute, I like. But it's also one of those things where like the other girls engage a lot more with their English speaking audience, so it's easier for like me to cross over into that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Anya, whenever I see her, whenever she collabs and stuff, like she's always super entertaining and very cool. So very cool.
Very cool.
Anyway, we all love Hololive ID here. I'd never heard Indonesian spoken until I watched.
God, and what I say, it's so fucking beautiful.
It's such a cool language because it's like it's somehow like between like an Eastern European language and an Asian language. This is what it always sounds like to me. It sounds like, Russian, Chinese or something. But it's just such a cool language. I haven't heard a lot like it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in Kobo's newest song, I love that song, and it's a good song on its own, for sure. But it's just her accent in it. I just really, really enjoy the Indonesian accent that she has in it.
Yeah, the natural pronunciation of everything. And it's so good. All right, we've harped on Holo ID for a little while now.
We like them so much.
They're all so great. They're all fantastic talents, and they're all worth checking out. But let's talk about how Fauna played Hitman for a long time.
Fauna fucking loves Hitman.
I like the one where Fauna played Hitman for a long time.
Which one?
Fauna did a 12-hour endurance stream a little while ago for a charity or something, didn't she? And now she's back, but this time just with Hitman because she wanted to beat Hitman, I guess.
She has played Hitman so much, and she has never actually beaten it because she always does something stupid and ends up getting a game over.
Until now. Right?
Yeah, she made it.
She did it. Congratulations, Fauna. You're doing great.
It took her exactly 11 and a half hours out of her 12-hour cap she put on the stream.
Yeah.
That's good.
She beat the freelancer mode, which is like the rogue-like spin-off they added onto the game, which I hear is fantastic. I love Hitman. It's a really good series.
It's one of those ones I haven't tried, but I feel like it's very easy to get sucked in once you start it,
Yeah, the fun of it is just how big the maps are and how much you can play with the mechanisms of it.
I've heard it described as the perfect murder sandbox.
Yes, sandbox is the right term for it because it's like, all right, there's this guy. I can either kill him by sneaking here. I know he plays golf. I could either put a C4 where he's about to play golf. I can pretend to be his instructor, or I can shoot him.
Or do what Fauna does in literally every single match. Okay, I got this banana. I'm going to throw it. All right, the guy's looking at the banana. All right, I got this wrench. Are you ready? And then she throws the wrench at him.
There's this cute quirk, and I think
solid.
I think it was on Hitman 2. There's this cute quirk with the thrown briefcase item where I think it's explicitly a glitch they left in the game because it's funny. If you throw the briefcase at someone to like take them out, the briefcase animation, unique to all other throwing items, will follow them around corners.
Yeah.
Take them
It's
out.
like a heat-seeking briefcase.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good gifts out there, frankly.
Unfortunately, I didn't catch any of the Fauna Hitman stream. That's like cards on the table. Sorry, Fauna. I'll take this off later. I'm very sorry. But I'm reading the fucking quotes Carlos wrote down. Thank you. My Oshi can't be this crunchy because she was snacking up.
Yeah, and I don't even know what, like 7-8 hours or something, she finally realized, I can't do it. I've got to eat something.
Yeah.
And then she informed everybody that she is extremely uncomfortable eating on stream.
That's unfortunate. And also, she's vegan, I believe.
Yeah, I believe she's vegan.
So that's going to limit her to crunchy foods, basically.
Nature grows them crunchy.
That's it.
She was eating a BLT, which, fun fact, most people don't know that most bacon that you buy in stores is actually not real bacon.
Huh?
And is
Really?
in fact vegan.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right.
No, pump the brakes on this fucking podcast. What?
I'm
Yeah.
so confused.
This-
If you buy like actual raw bacon that you have to cook, then obviously it's real.
Mhm.
But like
okay.
all the crunchy stuff that you buy, the dried stuff
What?
that you use, that's not bacon.
It's not?
No, and it's vegan.
That's insane.
What?
Yeah.
You've changed my life here. I don't like it.
Most people don't know that, but yeah.
I'm hyperventilating. I thought that was bacon.
I'm going to do research about this.
I thought that was bacon for 20 years.
I know specifically like the bacon bits that you buy for salads is definitely like it's
Shut
all
up.
vegan.
No, shut up. It's
What is it, like ground up shoe leather?
I have no idea what
Shut
it
up.
is.
Shut up. It can't be. It's not true. It's impossible.
But that's what she
Search
was
your
eating.
feelings.
You know it to be true. Anakin takes a big bite of the bacon.
It tastes good.
I would kill. We go back in time. We edit the Star Wars. Luke Skywalker's on the edge. Goes, that's not true. It's not impossible. Darth Vader goes. I wish I had that power. I just want to edit inappropriate eating into more movies. But yeah, good. Thanks for ruining my fucking life.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
I'm going to look into this. I'm really curious about this now.
God, that destroyed me. Speaking.
We'll have
Well,
a
you-
bacon report next week.
But anyway, as she was eating that, and people were commenting on it, obviously, because what else are they going to do while she ate for 25 minutes? And
25. Jesus, woman.
Take a fucking lunch break on stream.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I get it. Like, if she had the sandwich pre-made, you can slam one of those down pretty quick. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. But you go ahead, Carlos.
But while she was reading the comments, and one of the comments went by, and she read it, my Oshi can't be this crunchy, which she decided to read out loud for some reason. And then she responded with, I am soft, not crunchy.
I'm glad. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with letting that lie. Are we good with moving on now?
Speaking of a long history of murdering and killing people, Pecora's Minecraft kill count has been leaked. The government doesn't want you to see it. Major news corporations are not covering this. But live on Super Chats, we'll get the truth out there. So yeah, Pecora has killed a lot of motherfuckers.
Intentionally, she's murdered 23 individuals.
0 bodies found.
Using traps that she has set up, she has murdered 43. Hachama 7 times individually. Which is fucking impressive. Like, Hachama sees something Pecora made and is just like, I'm in.
cheese.
I specifically remember people were talking about that, and somebody informed the conversation that she had actually got stuck in a trap where she slept in a bed somewhere in one of Pecora's traps.
Oh no!
And she got stuck in a death loop.
Oh no!
I know that one. I think I saw that one. Dude, I fucking love. I love category. The final category, OT, other reasons.
Things just happen sometimes. So the categories break down. Let's real quick.
Real quick.
Murdered intentionally.
This was made by you/Jar in Mall. Thank you very much for going through this. You're a great justice.
Yeah. This is a fantastic display of data gathering and a fantastic layout that you've done for conveying the information effectively. You are to be praised. A medal awaits you in the mail. So the breaks down to murdered intentionally, revenge for killing or pranking, countered attempt to prank or kill, accidentally killed by setup trap, killed in a duel, and then other reasons. 7 categories. I love the breakdown by generation.
Again, this guy fucking went all out.
Oh my god, she killed Gen 0 a lot, and Gen 2 got the brunt of it too, and Gen 3 got murdered a lot too. Jeez.
But the gamers and I guess Hollow ID are too strong for even her.
Yeah, no kills in Hollow ID Gens 2 and 3, and no kills in gamers at all.
And the only ID member she's killed was Muna.
Yeah, that's it. Muna got it. I mean, and that's Peiko Muna. Like, what are you gonna do? They're hanging around. Things are gonna happen. So yeah, that's pretty insane. We got any really cool ones aside from just that overview that we were talking about? Hachama got murked 7 times in traps. Hosho, Marine, and Subaru also got killed 6 times in traps each. Subaru was just straight up murked 4 times.
And I remember somebody has pointed out that Sakura has died in every category at least once.
Oh my god, she has! Oh, Miko. Oh, you poor baby.
I love Pecora, War Criminal.
Yeah, this is amazing. It's a fantastic breakdown. Again, you can find it on the HoloLive subreddit, right? That's where you found it? So check it out. It's got to be one of the top posts of the week, frankly. This is fantastic. The breakdown's great. So
yeah, fantastic work. Again, by user/Jar in Mall.
Jar and Mall. So
but
thank you.
To also note about that is there are 2 people that it seems that even she won't mess with too much.
Oh, yes.
Of course, Sora. And then, of course, Kaela. Especially after she wandered into their collabed storage room where she found an entire box full of stacks of TNT.
Sounds right to me.
And her response was, I should probably not get on her bad side.
I love how Sana got killed twice. It's amazing. Also, I want to point out, so like the highest number of kills based on generation is Gen 3, which makes sense. And because that is Pecora's generation. She's 3rd gen, so she's killed her gen mates a lot. And then Gen 0, and that's entirely because Miko has been killed so many times. Because Miko has just, like, you see her graph compared to the other folks in Gen 0. Like, Suisei's got a few kills, Sora got killed once, and then Miko is the rest of it. That's fantastic. Miko, you poor baby. And then Subaru is the other one that's just like an insanely high number of deaths. 12 deaths. Miko got killed 14 times.
I can't wait to get home from giggling at how funny this graph is and then say to myself, man, I don't get people who watch Minecraft YouTubers.
I know, right? I love the Minecraft arcs. Every time one comes around, I'm just like, yes, there's so much good stuff happening.
Last stream, I made fun of Dream. I don't like Dream himself. I kind of get you, Minecraft kids. I get you a little bit. I see what you're watching. You do you, man. You do you. Just self-regulate. Make sure the people you're watching aren't negative. There's a lot of super positive. That Schlatt guy gets an A+ from me.
I don't understand the words he just said. Let's talk about
You own a house. Why would you know anything about Minecraft YouTubers?
I used to watch a few of them, and that was Achievement Hunter. Let's see. The other big popular game right now, okay, is Q Remastered.
That game is quite confusing.
Yeah, so it is a puzzle game. It is really fun looking. I haven't watched a lot of it, and that's because I kind of want to play it myself, and I don't want to get spoiled on the
I'm gonna
puzzles.
play it for sure.
I really love puzzle games personally. So that is one that I'm just like, every time I see it pop up, I'm like, I want to see it. I've seen some good clips of the different girls playing, and I know they're all playing it, like we said. So.
Of like every generation too.
Yes. Q Remastered is the new GeoGuessr. It got approved, and everyone all at once went, Alex, it looks quite nice. If you don't mind if I play that real quick. Oh, I see you're playing that too tonight. That's lovely. That's lovely.
I just all jumped in. I'm pretty sure my feed at one point had 4 different streams about to happen of Q Remastered.
Hey, you, viewer, let me recommend you my favorite Q Remastered stream. Whoa, that's us falling into the recommendation pit. You should watch BAE's Q Remastered stream because she plays the long dog level. So the big reveal of that is you have to draw this fucking line to get the dog out of the doghouse. The reveal is this dog is absurdly long, and you have to put your heart, you have to put God's strength into getting this fucking 40-foot dog out of his house. And BAE was losing her mind. And when the dog finally gets out of the fucking house, she's like, long dog! Oh, it's great. It's good. So watch that one. That's the one I recommend you. Okay, you can watch the others.
I remember when Pecora was streaming it. People in the chat were like, "Hey, you realize you crashed their website, right?" And she's like, "No, I can't. It couldn't have been me."
They got the Hololive hug of love, hug of death.
And then the developer came into the chat and donated money to her chat.
Thank you for being free advertising.
Pay back double this to turn the server back on.
That's how it goes. Yeah, so it's a really cool game. Check it out if you haven't, and definitely check out the streams.
Speaking of really cool games, the Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 tournament.
Yeah, which one?
The current one.
Oh, the Ninja Sanji one? So Ninja Sanji just wrapped up a Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 tournament. I don't know enough about them to comment.
I don't know enough about them to comment.
But it's cool that they did that, and now Hololive gets to have one.
Wait, the Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 tournament sponsored and provided for by Hololive? That Susei cannot be in?
Yeah, I've watched a few of her coaching streams. Or bits and pieces thereof, not the whole streams, actually.
T-spinning psychopath.
Yes, I believe.
It's really good.
I believe it was announced on our last episode, and this whole week has just been like the training arc.
Mm-hmm. So basically it goes like this. Each one of them gets an hour with Suisei on stream. Suisei gets to impart as much knowledge in that hour as possible.
Whoever learns the T-spin first wins.
And that's it. There's a really good clip of Mel streaming with her because Mel's computer starts glitching out and Mel starts getting really laggy, and she's like, maybe I should just unplug the computer. And so he says like, maybe don't.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. So Mel eventually just does the pillow over the face method for her computer, just holds the power button down until the bubbles stop or whatever.
It's called a hard reboot.
Yeah, that one. She murders it. And so that was the end of the stream because she's just like, all right, I'm going to power it off now, and then stream ends. Because her computer was just glitching out, which was sad. Really good clip, though. Very funny. Look it up. And then I've seen another clip of Suisei explaining something called the Virgin combo or something. It's because of a weird way that a Japanese word translates, and it sounds like something, but it isn't. And then it got turned into the nickname for this move is like the Virgin turn or something. And basically you build up your blocks in a certain way, and then you can like spin. It's a T-spin. You can spin the T down in.
Baby's first T-spin.
Yeah, no, this one's like advanced though, because like, you bring it down like down and around and like in. It's really neat. I wish I had more information about that clip, but it was really interesting.
I might actually have to watch these because I'm at the level of doing Tetris where Suisei's advice might actually get me started in the T-spinning, because that's right where I stopped. It's the part where it's like, okay, normal Tetris survival games go on for fucking ever. I can do this. I can beat most of my friends. The only people I can't beat are the people who won the tournament I hosted my goddamn self. So
you go.
that means that I'm at the point now where to get good at Tetris, I need to treat it like a job, and I need to have a host who is very good at singing. She's a member of Halt.
Yeah, there you go. It's called the Virgin Cannon, by the way, is the move.
I like that.
Or the DT Cannon, which apparently is the translation funniness. Yeah, it was with Matsuri, of course, who was discussing this, because Matsuri just says things.
Yeah, God herself.
Yeah, exactly. She's God, okay? So yeah, I'm excited for this tournament. Hosho Marine is apparently a dark horse, but everyone's really rooting for Corona, and Corona's got mad skills, of course. So
I might have to at least watch Marine streams on this because I like Marine. I like how she reacts to not winning.
oh, always.
Like I said, Marine has that very exaggerate personality. She's fun to watch when she gets like invested in something.
Well, I remember I watched two major people practicing.
Mhm.
I watched Oski practice a little bit. She is definitely at the beginner level.
Oski tries, and that's why we love her.
And then I watched Corone, and she made it an hour and 15 minutes into a marathon.
Corona is she's in gamers for a reason. She's great at playing video games, frankly. So it's not surprising to me that she'd be good at this. Also, she loves marathoning games. So
Yeah.
Tell you what, to make this more interesting, I'm gonna put it down. I'm rooting for Marine. I want her to take it. I want
Nice.
her to win. I'll keep track of her. I'll tell you how she's doing.
there you go.
Let's go.
I'll pick a favorite some other time. But
Yeah, there's too many,
there is.
and your favorite isn't allowed to compete.
I think they actually said at one point that if it's like really successful, they'll push to do it again, but with like more of the EN and ID.
That would be
folks.
really fun. I wonder how many EN people they could even get into it. Crony will do any game. She'll give it a shot.
I'd love to see Ame. That would be great. She would just because I don't think she'd do good. I think she would have fun.
Yeah.
Like there is a distinction there, but I think it'd be great to watch her.
You know what would be really great? If they make it to the end of the tournament, so, they declare the winner, and they're like, all right, you have one more.
They're going to
Oh
do that.
my god.
They're going to do
100%
that.
they have
I
to.
literally promise you they'll do that.
Now you challenge God. Welcome to the end of the anime.
If they don't do that, I'll sell my car for $1 because they're going to do that.
Oof. Almost a free car.
That's a CRV. It's not worth it.
That's true. Yeah. I have standards. I'm sorry.
'Cause I actually watched Suisei practice with Pecora a little bit before they started.
Suisei's no joke, dude.
I think Pecora made it like 30 seconds max
She's
in all of her matches.
She has literally beaten 3 different HoloLive members in less than 20 seconds. Like she is legitimately a Tetris god, and like just watching her play is amazing.
The biggest thing with like Tetris Versus is just that T-spins are weighed so heavily. And Suze, I watched some of her. She sets them up so quick and without any flaws.
She's so good.
Like I said, I'm at the fundamentals where like I get Tetris and I know how to recognize good Tetris. She does Tetris perfect. She's really good at it.
Yeah.
Well, she was giving Pecora like 15-second head starts where she would literally
That's
do
mean.
nothing.
That's so mean.
But to quote her specific, one thing she actually did tell people, if you have to think about it, you're not good enough already.
That is genuinely true. You have to get to the point where you just know the philosophy of where you're putting the blocks.
It's metagaming at that point, and it's like the fact that that's how good she is astounding, frankly.
Yeah.
It's the rhythm game or strategy.
Yeah.
If you have to think about it, then you're still amateur.
Yeah,
Where's the orange button on the Guitar Hero?
She's legitimately a professional grade player. At the
Tetris
game.
kind of is a rhythm game. Okay, when you first start playing it, it's a puzzle game. When you get good at it, it's a rhythm game. It changes genre on you.
It's a lot of pattern recognition, I think, and a lot of like just building off of it's instinct. You hit an instinctual point where you just know how to build.
Yeah, and that's why I'm good at Tetris and bad at Puyo. Tetris I'm good at because I'm great at pattern recognition. Puyo I'm bad at because I'm not good at setting up things that are about to happen in the future.
Waterfalls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the term they use in Puyo for basically you set it up so that when one thing drops, the next thing drops, and that drops the next thing, that drops the next thing, and you build off a huge combo of things.
Oh, that's a whole different skill.
Yeah.
Entirely. You've got to be real good at that.
Exactly. So that's where there might be some interesting upsets. I feel like is the Puyo side, because we all just think about it as Tetris, but you know,
It's Puyo, Tetris.
exactly. It's a combination of things.
Total aside, if you haven't played the Puyo Puyo Tetris tournament or story mode, it goes so hard and it's so fucking stupid. I implore you to fucking just watch it. It is insane. I'll probably pull up clips of it whenever we're done here. It's so fucking funny, and it's just voice actors losing their ham. Speaking of voice actors in the future, however, though, this is actually something I found pretty interesting reading this. A member of Reddit, who had a lot of time and access to some very scary tools of the future, has produced an AI voice bank of Pecora. He was able to get it to sing in English. And I've heard some AI singing voices. I assume it was like near flawless. Like,
it was really good.
What was, however, very interesting here is that the post was very quickly removed. Do we know if this was actually HoloLive staff who did it or Reddit?
I don't remember.
Fun fact, I think it's Tichon on the HoloLive subreddit is the mod and is an employee, I believe.
That makes sense. So I know employees have eyes on that. Pecora voice.
Yeah, it's one of those things where that was going to get taken down immediately because it's against the terms of service or whatever for HoloLive. It's against their creator policy is what it is. And you're not allowed to do that. You can't make audio reproductions of the talents.
I confirmed just now it was mods who did it, but only because HoloLive has a clear corporate stance already. We do not allow extraction of our talents' voices from our songs to be used in speech generation, and we do not consider this to be derivative work. I think it's good that they've already fucking slammed their foot down. Frankly, it makes sense from a business perspective because anyone taking their talents' voices, which is like, frankly, it's one of the most important parts of their talents. Yeah. Because otherwise, it's just how well the model's rigged from there. So to take the voice and make it do things is threatening to their business, kind of worrying if you're a talent.
Mm-hmm. And frankly, it's just not cool.
It's really not cool.
You're literally...
It has the same problem as deep fakes do for real celebrities.
And it's an audio deep fake is what it is.
I mean, we talked last week about how Callie had to have a car.
Yeah.
It's the same situation. It's kind of weird, and frankly, it's not going to stop because we decided to put an extremely powerful, super generative learning AI system in the hands of anyone who has patience. Mm-hmm. But that's where technology is. There's literally no way to stop it. This will happen again, and next time it'll be worse.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it's icky. Don't do it. So don't be the person that makes things worse. Mm-hmm. Be the person that tries to make things better.
It was it was just very neat for I did catch it came with a video clip the original post did. Mm-hmm. It was really neat. It was nice to hear. It's just a very dangerous tool for the general public to have.
It's such a weird combination of fascinating results. I can't believe this is happening. And oh my God. Ghost in the Shell didn't go far enough.
Yeah, the technology is fascinating and amazing, and I think we can agree on that.
I feel like where we are in history right now is like a speeding bullet deciding if it's going to hit Ghost in the Shell or Serial Experiments Lane.
Yeah, that's it.
Or if at this point it's going to split and hit both.
Yeah. It's going to split and hit both, and then out of nowhere, just .hack claps down and eats it like an anglerfish.
We're all trapped in the simulation.
Oh no, I hate the simulation.
Is this the simulation?
Wake up.
Wake up.
All
right, let's move on. Holo Trials was a neat little video that got put out this week.
It was put out definitely while I was in a car.
Yeah, I know. It was definitely not Acheon. And then you had Ina, Iris, and Bae. And it was a really good video. What do you want us to describe the whole thing? I guess we will. Yeah. All right. So it covered a lot of the fan results from a survey that they had put out.
Oh, no, the survey.
Yeah.
That was a nice survey.
This was a powerful survey.
We'll run through some of the results real quick here.
They only displayed the results of 8 of the survey questions. Unfortunately, I missed the chance to take the survey, so I don't even know how many there were.
There was a few more. I took the survey. I believe there was somewhere between 12 and 15, I think, total questions. Not quite sure. But I did take the survey. I was one of the respondents here. Full disclosure.
We're biased in our reporting.
A little bit. That's okay. First one to get bitten by in a zombie apocalypse was one of the questions. You had all the EN members, and then of course Gargura's number one on that, followed by Crony and then Iris.
God, Iris would get fucking bit the fuck out in a zombie
immediately. Most Pankatsu or clumsy is again Gura, and then followed immediately by Iris.
How did Iris not beat Gura?
And then Mume's after that. The one with the best luck is Watson, of course.
100%. Also the worst luck.
Yeah, somehow.
I got kidnapped and almost drowned, but I found a penny.
She survived. Then you got Crony and BAE after that.
Yeah, BAE does have great luck.
The one you'd like to be your mom is, again, it has to be Fauna.
Yeah, it was Fauna.
It's mommy nature.
By a lot.
She is literally the mom VTuber.
When they asked them the question, it was immediately all three of them. Fauna. By a lot. The results come out. Fauna. By a lot.
Yeah, by a significant margin.
Not even close.
Followed then by Kiara, who was actually upset that she wasn't placed higher.
Very upset.
Yeah, she said that during the panel we went to. Spoilers for later. But yeah, she was a little sad that she wasn't higher at the list. And then after that is Callie, but she's dad, so that doesn't make sense. The gold medalist in a Hololive English Sports Day event would be BAE.
Yeah.
Followed by Crony and then Kiara.
Crony has abs.
It's one of those things where, like, I'm glad they had Ina on here. I wish I'd gotten her response because I imagine she was just like, not me.
Ina's exact response was definitely dead last.
There we go.
Or maybe second to last.
Like, that's one of the ones they didn't give the full results, but I wish they had because it would have been funny to be like, yeah, that makes sense because Ina got no votes. The one with the messiest room was Gura, followed pretty closely by Ina. Ina was surprised at this one, I think. Right?
Ina should not be fucking surprised. There was the can counting stream. She has talked openly about how messy her room is, and chat's like,
Yeah.
But
Ina was surprised that she wasn't number one.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
But Gura, we got to listen to her vacuum once, so I guess there is that.
Gura has the personality of someone with a messy room.
Yeah. She's also talked at one point about all of the footprints on her computer case.
Gargura exhaustive foot compilation.
It's in there, baby. And then BAE was the third. Which makes sense.
It was just hilarious that Gura won like all of the negative awards.
She's such a fucking goblin. I don't know, like, all right, the best with coming up with a date plan is Kiara.
Yeah.
That's it. She's an organized lady. She's really good at setting things up, and she's always traveling.
Kiara might not be a mommy, but she's romantic. Like, romance. She came in Hololive, Ian, like, which one of y'all motherfuckers can I date?
Yeah, that was it.
I see the biggest tits. You're engaged.
Yeah. Again, Kiara is ambiguously bi and aggressively gay, and that's one of the reasons she's great, frankly. Followed after that with Watson, of course, the technology backbone of Hollow Yen Myth, and who's after that? Let's see. Looks like Callie. Callie would be a good. Yeah, Callie's organized as shit. Like, she'd be good.
You see that Gura is at the bottom.
Yeah, not shocking.
They mentioned in the stream that it's like Callie is the one that organizes like everything for their group.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that, like, because I know that Kiara did like the Easter stream, and it was like 80% ready, so that's good. We'll get to that later. And then the best at assembling furniture would be Watson, of course, the technology backbone of Halloween Myth. Followed by Callie, again super organized, and then Crony. She seems like she knows what she's doing, and at the very least, she's confident. So
I want Crony to condescend to me while I'm trying to build IKEA furniture.
What are you doing, you idiot? That's not where that goes.
You're really gonna do that? Those don't even go together. Those like from different box sets.
That doesn't say J.
You think that's a J? She would start gaslighting.
100%.
Bitch, I'm trying to build a shelf. Go away.
Throws the instructions away when you're not looking.
You didn't need those, did you? Since you're so smart.
All right. And then it also confirmed that Amelia is the only human in Myth, apparently.
Yeah. I feel like we always knew this. This was always the lore. Amelia is investigating the myths.
No, it was because Ina was just a normal high school girl.
And now she's not.
No, she's still just a normal girl. There's nothing strange about her.
Whatever you do, don't watch badend.mp4.
All right, and they announced concert merch, right?
Yep.
Which is great. They got t-shirts, they got towels, they got pen lights, they got acrylic panel, they got 1 character badge out of 10 included at random with every purchase. Buy the merch if you can and you want it.
Buy the merch.
Please enjoy.
Just 2 little interesting things that people noted about it was, of course, you get 1 pin. It's not your choice. It's supposed to, people are assuming, to encourage actual fan engagement at the event.
People are icky, though. I
No.
don't like them.
And the other thing that people noted was the t-shirts are only available in large through 2X.
They know their audience.
All right, so let me make sure we have something straight. Marketing Johnson is in America, right?
Yeah.
And these guys don't get out much, right?
Yeah.
And they watch VTubers.
Sure.
Do we even have to bring the mediums?
Where's a 3X? Come on, nerds.
Come on, nerds.
So that is pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
And of course, this is merchandise for Halloween Connect, which is the concert that's upcoming in Los Angeles, California. Yay!
And good news, we didn't get tickets.
Yeah.
I lied about the good news.
There's no good news. But if you want to buy a ticket, too bad, nerd. You missed your chance.
You are so stupid. I didn't mean to be so mean about it, but yeah. Let me say this. There was a moment in time where I was alone in a room with a lot of people who like Hololive more than I can physically imagine. Discussion about the tickets was like, I did everything I could. It was a very modest attempt. I even talked with friends how to plan it out. We just could not make it happen. I mean, a guy was sitting there and was actively still trying to get one to just make it happen. These are the guys who will figure it out, and they couldn't.
You guys are paying bot services to get the tickets for them, and it's like, nope.
People were trying so hard. It was all over online. Everybody was trying. Tickets literally sold out within 5 minutes for both sales periods. And the only reason it took that long is because the website couldn't handle that many people buying them.
That's it. So when you do a New York concert, I can't wait to miss out on my chance to buy a ticket, guys. So yeah, the tickets went up for sale. They all sold out immediately. We didn't get any, that's for darn sure. But you can still buy a digital ticket to watch on Spawn, and you can watch it online on August 2nd.
That's nice of Spawn to host it.
It's true.
He's usually pretty busy, you know.
Being a 90s comic character.
Yeah. Wow, this low-hanging fruit tastes so good.
You eat it. You suck it up off the ground, Cameron.
Oh, the most common denominators in the center. Oh. God, my bits get weirder every day.
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know why you're talking about your nuts on stream, but
Testicles.
yeah,
Another
that part's gonna get cut. Don't worry.
Please keep it in.
Okay.
I don't care what the fuck gets kept in. I'll murder thousands of children to keep this organization alive.
Back to the concert. Ticketmaster sucks, but apparently it wasn't all their fault because again, everybody wanted these tickets. There was only like 8,000 total spots, I believe.
Yeah, there was not enough seats for all the fan.
I know everybody was furious about it, but it's like, I know Ticketmaster is horrible. Their website is equally horrible for trying to get tickets to anything, especially popular things. But I mean, what were they supposed to do? It was literally like an 8,000 seat YouTube stage, and there were likely tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people attempting to get tickets.
Easily.
I have an idea. And this is a little bit of a wild idea. So maybe don't listen to me. This is a little crazy idea. Second date.
Silly. If they did announce a secondary day, that would not surprise me at all, though.
This is why a lot of concert people, when they make band stuff, they do a couple locations in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't buy tickets to see Muse in this one city. Oh, but then it turns out they're in another city just as far away, so I went to that one.
There you go.
I get it though. This is testing the waters. This is seeing if we will even make fucking money.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They're not. They're scared. They're like, there's like in their minds, it's like someone goes there and all these people gather in the audience and the concert starts and immediately they chant as one, "We hate Gargura," and then they leave and they pee on the way out.
Yeah. I guess that's what they're thinking might happen. But yeah, like anybody could have looked at this and been
They
like,
don't-
there's enough weebs with
No.
$600 for a plane ticket. And what were the tickets for this? Like $150 or something? Probably.
I don't even know.
I don't even know what the price was. That's my
That was just the
guess.
shipping.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So like there's enough weebs with enough money that this was going to sell out and it sold out immediately. But there's not like there's no tickets for resale. The people that got them like actually wanted them, it seems like. So at least that's good.
I remember it was during the pre-sale. People were looking and they actually said on on the Ticketmaster site that they were not going to be available for resale. That doesn't mean that they didn't become available after they were officially out, after the pre-sale, but I did actually look myself out of curiosity to see if I could find them, and they are not listed anywhere that I could find for resale, other than I'm sure you could probably find one on eBay for like $6,000, but
good luck.
That's your only choice if you could even find that, maybe.
If that's your prerogative.
Then it's all you, baby.
Oh, yeah.
You make that choice for yourself.
Knowing's half the battle.
Let me tell you real quick, though, that one thing you can enjoy right now in the comfort of your own home is the Easter Spectacular. It was hosted on, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Kiara Takanashi's channel.
You said gay wrong.
Hey now, aggressively gay. So it's on Kiara's channel. They had a fun 3D, what's the game they played? VR chat. It was a fun VR chat game that they set up and played. They hunted for Easter eggs in 3D. They, at one point, Iris found her egg but could not retrieve it because it was in space. And she just could not break through the final frontier. But that's okay. They comped her 15 points for it, and it didn't matter. She did not win. Because Fauna destroyed. Callie did really good, too, actually. And then they played afterwards. They took all the points that they got for collecting eggs, because that was the point. For every egg they collected, they got 1, 5, or 15 points. And they went and played an Easter quiz. And then everything got weird because the points didn't make any sense, and so they just were like, okay, Fauna wins. It was a fun stream. I watched the entirety of it from start to finish. Kiara did run out of time when she was getting ready for it, and so they had to scale it down. Originally, there was going to be like a bouncing thing where they had to like balance an egg and like follow along a little trail, and she talked about that a little bit because they had to vamp for time at one point because Crony had to run away for a little bit. And then that was pretty much the whole stream, basically. Also, Amelia Watson was Ame Bee the whole time. She was really tiny and very cute, and it was great. And she sat in the little egg cup as a bee.
I heard that she was pretty confident in the quiz.
She selected the answer B for the most part because she was a bee and she understood B.
And then started selecting A because her controller died, and it was the only one it would let her select.
God, I fucking love Ame.
She's so good. I love that she committed to the bit. So yeah, that was the Easter stream. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's really good.
I remember they also had to tell people, hey, you're not allowed to use the sprint button because apparently people's models had different sprint speeds.
Yeah. Oh, it was because 2 of them had VR headsets, and so their sprint speed was different from the other.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm pretty sure.
That's how VR chat works for sure.
Yeah. So, and then eventually they were like, "Fuck it, you sprint." Like, they're just like, "Just get the eggs. Who cares?"
Fauna's winning. We gotta get some help in here.
Yeah, I know. That was basically what it came down to. So, but yeah, great stream. If you haven't watched it, like I said, I watched the whole thing. It was well worth it. Very fun.
Go ahead, give it a watch. So, Shipkin Shippa. What the
I
fuck is
like
that?
2 things.
Oh my god.
I like VTubers.
Really?
And I like a game called Azure Lane.
Oh no. Oh no.
And let me tell you about a VTuber named Pipkin Pippa, who's a really cool, down to earth, really funny.
Playing the shorts game.
Playing the shorts game. And she has a new outfit. Her first new outfit. She has some merch out for it too. Check it out. And her first alternative outfit is Shipkin Shippa, the ship girl.
Yeah, I caught that stream. That was really weird because it started with her looking at the camera going, "Hey, Nick."
I know, right? She's talking directly to me. I can't ask Ollie to talk to her. Yeah, who am I kidding? Ollie probably simps for her too. But yeah, so this is like a made-for-me situation. Just gonna say, I really love her new outfit. She has like a dark mode now and a light mode. It's really cute. And frankly, I watched the entire reveal. It was all really good. I might buy an acrylic stand because they're really good looking. And the shipping is a little expensive, but not HoloLive expensive, you know? It's not $150 shipping. It was like $20.
Wait, you can resolve this issue.
All right. But even during her stream, she was like, yeah, I know the shipping sucks. Like, like she's so honest about it. She was, at one point I watched one of her streams and she was like, I bought the Pipkin Pippa coffee flavor, and she was just like, "Oh, that shit's gross." She was like, "Don't buy that. It's garbage, dude."
Unironically makes me want to get it.
I know, right? Now I'm invested. I want to know how bad it is.
It's kind of her brand.
Yeah, no, she's just like, I love the fact that she was very much just like, yeah, Phase Connect's shop kind of sucks. The shipping's terrible. Like, she's just like, but buy it anyway, like, because the stand is really cute.
Scroll down to the bottom of the wiki. Citation notes. Pipkin frequently gets in trouble with management.
I know, right? No, but she's great. She's really fun to watch. She has some hot takes now and again, but her new outfit fucking rules. And frankly, you should check it out. You should check her out. She's great. She's a member of Phase Connect, as we said.
She's a boat.
She now is a boat, and I like that. I like a boat when I see one. Also, I saw a cosplayer of Pipkin at Anime Boston while we were there. Did not get the chance to take a picture of her, and I'm still kicking myself. I was in line for registration when I saw her, and I couldn't get over.
Oh my god! Yeah.
So
a lot of good cosplayers, needless to say, but we're almost there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
First, we have to talk about a mystery, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So one day on the Twitter.com, Moomers posted a silhouette that baffled people. No one knew what it was because it's never been seen or even imagined before.
Was it her in a hoodie?
Well, that was the theory at the time.
Oh, okay.
But no one knew for sure. It looked like it was some sort of like, it was like avian almost, but like with like this weird mammalian flair, and there's like horns at the top of it. So people were like, "Is she Baphomet?"
Did it turn out to be her in a hoodie?
It turned out to be her in a hoodie.
Oh my god!
But the weirdest part is like, what kind of hoodie is it going to be? It's an owl hoodie. It's an owl hoodie.
Oh, that makes sense.
She's an owl. She's wearing an owl hoodie.
So Pippa's not the only one
Yeah.
to get a new outfit.
So did the Moomers.
The Nashimume got herself a new outfit. It's very cute. Carlos, you want to talk about it? I feel like you want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just say I have a strong weakness for casual wear, costumes, and literally anything. Every game I play, you come out with casual wear costumes, I'm buying it.
RE4.
Cronies casual wear, still one of my top favorites. Now Mume has her own.
It's really good too.
It's so good. I might actually like it better than even Cronies.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a toss up for me.
That's-
Those jeans go strong.
It's really tough. I'm sorry.
Crony has final boss mom jeans.
She does. Nothing else could contain that dump truck ass.
Damn. You're putting local bakeries out of business with all that cake, lady.
Crony, you're fit. All right.
She has
But this is
abs.
about Mume right now.
Yeah.
This is about Mume. Mume has a plaid long skirt. Really nice. Very tasteful. She got a big hoodie. It's very cute. She has animal ears on top, just like Suisei's hoodie, which means I like it a lot.
The hoodie can come up or down.
Yeah.
Take a shot.
I tried to talk about Suisei. And the hood can go up, can go down. She's got glasses now. They're big round glasses. They're really cute. Frankly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are.
There's a necklace that you wanted to talk about, Carlos?
So it came up to where she's like, "Oh, hey everybody, look, I got this cool, neat little necklace here. It's a rune. It's in the shape of a rune. It's the symbol for fertility. That's well, it is what it means, but."
Ask who I am, Carlos.
Who are you?
I'm an artist with a tablet.
Oh no! Someone stop him.
But then she later immediately after informed everyone it's also the symbol for new beginnings.
Which makes sense. A new life is a new beginning.
Willem Dafoe gif of...
There you go. So she also got a keychain that's available for now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
keychain
the fertility symbol on it.
It has the fertility symbol.
Oh,
It's
perfect.
not a fertility symbol.
I can get the official licensed Moomer Get Pregnant's rune keychain.
Hell yes.
New
I'll take
beginnings
5.
for me, honey.
All right, that'll be $180 shipping.
There you go.
Damn it.
Okay, let me also point out she has little berry earrings, and they're the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen.
See that she had the earrings.
Yeah, if you
Oh
look
my
at
God.
if you look it up, she has the berries like on her ears. They're very cute.
God, live moon brain
And
reaction.
the keychain has the rune, an owl and the earrings
All
on
right,
the keychain.
Listen, the costumes are always really cute to me, but it's like in my brain it goes like the costume was always going to happen. There's a guy in a basement at Hololive drawing them. When the inside jokes make it in, that's the ultimate. Oh, they do care.
Yeah. So if you zoom in real quick,
Oh my gosh.
there's Barry earrings. Right
Oh my gosh, I love that a lot.
there. Really, really cute.
God.
And her hoodie actually comes off, and she's wearing like another cute little white sweater underneath too.
I wish I could pull those earrings off.
All right. 10 out of 10 outfit, Mume. Good job.
Keep on
Ollie, let her
moving.
know.
Oh man, I've read a handful of posts on Reddit talking about this. There are some people that are extremely uncomfortably excited about her glasses.
Yeah, they're a big thing.
Yeah,
Would you call them a fetishist?
absolutely.
Fubuki, if you're watching, is well known, by the way. Fubuki's well known as a glasses fetishist. She thinks that glasses are very versatile, and there's a big long copy pasta you can read of things she actually said because they gave her a minute to explain at one point why glasses were great, and she did it. She can talk real fast.
This is true.
But yes, Megane glasses are very popular among certain folks.
And this is just all around, like super like top tier costume, like new outfit for her. I absolutely love it. As I said, casual wear, I just love it, and this is like the pinnacle of that.
100%. So what if we move on from a new outfit to a whole new VTuber? That could be you!
You could be the VTuber, except there's one condition, and this might be the hardest condition ever. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably watching this using Firefox or Google Chrome. Bad news for you, sister. You gotta swap to Opera GX,
That's
the only browser for gamers.
Opera GX, the Aura VTuber is real and could be you. You can apply to be the official Opera GX VTuber. Have fun. I don't have anything to say about this.
Some of the highlight questions are, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you located? Have you used Opera GX before?
You can join the illustrious people such as Takanashi Kiara, Sonic the Hedgehog, and be a VTuber. Pipkin Pippa.
In all seriousness,
That whale lady.
I would pay a lot of money for like out of nowhere for Pipkin to like, she hasn't posted in a while, but this Opera GX VTuber is pretty great. Pipkin, like, play the fucking game, cut some ties, burn some bridges, be the meme.
There you go.
Shit talk your own browser.
Okay.
Well, for this though, it's not like a lot of the other VTuber gigs.
Mhm.
This one, they are promising to provide equipment for you to stream, but this one they're claiming is actually a full-time paid job.
Yeah, so
as in they're not expecting you to actually run off of essentially commission like all of the other ones do.
getting the tips highly depends upon there being special events, people you can collab with to help generate new tips, and an idol culture structure already in place to encourage the idea of tipping. The same way when sometimes people come to our nation and don't understand tipping waiters, some mainstream gamers don't understand the idea of sending super chats to someone. So it makes sense Opera GX would do that for what they're trying to have be like partially a marketing stunt, partially an attempt at getting into the VTuber market. Obviously, they would be very happy if their Opera GX VTuber took off. I don't know how or if that will happen, but mad props. We're talking about it.
Yeah, welcome to the scene.
They won.
I think Hololive pays.
No, Hololive does pay.
Yeah.
But on top of that, Hololive depends on tipping.
Yeah, 100%.
It depends on it.
I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that they also have salaries. at
I'm
Hololive.
sure.
So,
Yeah, they do.
Because
But
a lot
they also
of
get
them-
commission. The VTubers get commission.
oh, definitely. They get like a certain amount of all their tips. They get this,
That's why
that,
some of the VTubers talk about getting a new house before the others.
Yeah.
That's why Callie's moved twice.
Yeah, which is hilarious because she was paying 80% of her income into taxes for a while. She talked about that on stream because she had to pay taxes to the U.S. and the Japanese government and was losing like 80% of her money every time she got paid.
So,
Holy shit.
Apply today.
Yeah.
You can apply to be that. You know what you can't apply to be? You can't apply to be a member of Ninja Sanji ID.
Nope. So now we're going to take it down a little bit. We're going to talk about some graduations, announcements, et cetera, et cetera. Ninja Sanji is losing 4 of their Indonesian members. The Indonesian branch doesn't exist anymore. It was merged into the main Ninja Sanji branch a while ago, but now they're pretty much, as far as I know, 4 of their Indonesian VTubers are graduating. There's Zaya Cornelia, Takara Regimon, Siska Leontine, and Amicia Michaela. They're going to be graduating. And then Kawaii Productions has announced that their entire Generation 3 is basically... Theirs isn't even like a graduation. They're just not debuting because they were set to debut, and then suddenly everything was canceled, and then apparently there was a lot of disagreements between the talents and the company. There was a lot of negativity there.
How does... Okay. That is wild that like you have everyone queued up. It's like, all right, you know what that is? That's the energy of like, you get the team together. It's like, all right, let's do this. Did I mention the Sharks with Lasers? It's, you know, that now that you mention it, the Sharks with the Lasers is a major issue. I don't think I want to be here. Yeah. Like that's such a like, it feels like they just never mentioned a deal breaker until they thought they had everyone in. And as soon as they mentioned, everyone's like, fuck off.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but apparently this was all the members walking away. They weren't fired. They were all just basically unanimously decided that it was not worth pursuing. It's unfortunate. These things fall through sometimes.
It was one of the Gen 1 members addressed it a little bit, and she just, I don't know, they're kind of, both sides kind of feel like they were both in the right and in the wrong on things. It wasn't really explained what happened exactly other than disagreements. It's just existing members were disappointed that it happened, but there must have been some sort of deal breaker if they weren't willing to go with whatever contract it was that they had.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think I said it, but it's Kawaii Productions.
Kawaii Productions.
Yeah. But I'm not familiar with them. I know I've mentioned Kawaii Project or something in the past, I think, but that was like in passing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know a damn thing. I looked at all of Kawaii Productions before the stream. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know anything about them.
Maybe it's something to look into in the future for us. But
this unanimously sucks. Sorry if you were looking forward to Gen 3. That blows. I would probably be very depressed if Council just fell apart before it came out.
Yeah, I know, right? So
yeah.
It does. I hope everybody comes away and like is successful in whatever they're doing.
I also feel really bad for Ninja Sanji ID because we just got done talking about how awesome it is there's Indonesia representation. It sucks that it seems like this isn't really working for Ninja Sanji.
I read into it a little bit, and to compare it, I don't like comparing the two separate companies, but regardless, I wouldn't say, other than Kobo, I wouldn't say that as a whole, the Indonesian branch has had like super hardcore runaway success.
Yeah.
No, they've always been kind of more steady.
Ollie was very successful for Gen 2 when they came out.
Mm-hmm.
But they've still been steadily growing.
Yeah, they're the sleepers.
They are still successful. And from what I heard, Ninja Sanji's Indonesian branch was kind of the same way, where they weren't like a runaway success, but they were still growing. They had done a lot of pretty major collabs from what I read into, like with major companies, like outside of Ninja Sanji.
I can believe that, yeah. It's because I know Ninja Sanji is a big company. They are popular.
Yeah.
They're the second biggest in the business, and that's still big, you know?
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. People are just kind of curious what's been going on, because it seemed like they were doing okay, and all of a sudden they're just leaving now.
Yeah.
When it's a lot of people leaving all at once, and you just make a funeral after funeral after funeral, let's get them all done in a week, boys. It's like, well, it's stretched out over like a couple months. It's May 14th, May 28th, June 15th, July 16th. It's just weird that all the dates got announced at the same time.
Yeah. So it seems like it's just people hanging on for a different amount of time each time. But
yeah.
They're all they were all done, sounds like. So
we can speculate. if you guys watch these guys, take your streamer's word for it. You owe them that much. They gave you so many smiles. Say goodbye. And then once you got your feelings out, time to speculate. It feels like we're talking about graduations more lately.
We are, is the thing.
It's just...
There's more high-profile ones happening right now.
There are.
I think we've just reached a point now where Vtubing has grown so much that it's no longer just the niche little thing that people are doing for fun.
We're a few years in now.
It's a business where there are a lot of people employed, and people generally do not stay at jobs for super long periods of time.
That is true.
This is not the early 1900s. People do not work in a coal factory for 80 years until they die anymore.
Yeah. And I talked with Nick as much about how like the idea of like there's been eras. There's been like the era of the people who find out, the era of the people who got super successful, and now we're currently in the post-success era where it's the people who are keeping it going, and we're starting to see the people who aren't going to survive the growing pains, who don't want to stick with it, where there's no room for them in the pool, and various other reasons. And I think we're going to see more of this drop off.
Yeah, because there's a million VTubers that leave that you never hear about. They don't do graduations. They just say, well, that was fun. It didn't work out, and they're done, you know. But now we're in the era where these people were at least somewhat successful, like you said, but now they're dropping out for whatever reasons. They want to do something else with their time. They want to pursue a different opportunity in their life. They're just in such a disagreement with their companies sometimes that it's not worth sticking for them.
I think part of it too is a lot of the top VTuber companies are still trying to run like traditional Japanese idol companies, and new generations do not go with that.
Yeah,
like idol companies could still get away with it because they're massively huge, and if you want to be like an actual celebrity in Japan, that's a good way to do it. VTuber companies, you have a lot of introverts coming in because it's something they want to do. If you treat them bad, many of them weren't in it to be an idol. They were in it because they wanted to be a VTuber.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things I really like about Hololive is they're an idol company, but they're easily the most progressive idol company I've ever heard of. They pay their talents really well. They take care of them as best they can. They've learned that they need to take care of them even better since we've had some major incidents in the past, and they're doing their best. They have worked with Ninja Sanji. They've jointly come out as the two biggest companies and said, we're doing everything we can. We're getting litigious at this point to protect our talent. And that's admirable.
And what I like about Hololive too is there's been a lot of critics from inside Hololive, but even when they left, you didn't get the vibe that's like, oh, it's burning down. It's, oh, this talent just did everything they could for Hololive and they'd like to do something else. But I never got the vibe that like Hololive like jumped the shark. And I appreciate how often we get the talents being very transparent. There's like a key Kiara clip where she talks about what it was like when English first started. And it was so hands-off and difficult. Like they had no idea what they were supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's new. It's scary. They don't have a lot of guidance because it's an entirely new environment.
I can't help but feel to some extent that's why Hololive English did so well, is of how hands-off it was, how these talents were able to kind of create their own environments. Yeah. I don't think it's any exaggeration to say that the English VTubers have a completely different vibe than the Japanese ones.
I would say that's very accurate.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's going to be cultural issues as well. But yeah.
But they also have different perceptions of what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Japanese VTubers are either coming into it from the angle of, oh, I'm doing an idol thing, but on the internet, or, oh, I'm doing a Japanese variety show, but on the internet. Whereas on the English side, you're going, oh, this is like my own little Rooster Teeth.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
And then some of them who also have their own perceptions, like Fawn's like, it's like ASMR, but I'm driving a truck. She's just hanging, like, you know.
It's whatever you want to, and I love the fact that a lot of them just have different specialties they go into. Fauna does ASMR, Ame does whatever the fuck she does. She does, like I said, a lot of the technology backbone stuff, but also she talks about monkeys and moss. You know, like Kiara travels the world and then comes home and plays Zelda. Like it's so interesting, and because every time Kiara goes on vacation, I look forward to it because I'm just like, ooh, like I don't have Kiara for a week, but I get some really cool pictures and stories when she's back. Like,
so yeah, just based on what we're seeing, we're going to continue to see this clash between management styles and the bubble bursting continue to kind of see some talents move on from it.
Yeah, and one of the major graduations that we haven't mentioned yet is Amatsuka Uto. She's graduating on April 25th. That one came as a surprise to me personally. I haven't watched Uto in a while, but I always appreciated whenever she would come up. When she debuted, she was very popular as an indie VTuber. Her, I guess, her mama, papa, whatever, her model artist is the same person who created Amelia Watson.
Oh, I think I know her.
Yeah, so...
Ooh.
She's an angel VTuber. She's independent. And again, she's graduating, and she's had some pretty good success in the past, so it's kind of sad to see her go. But like I said, I don't know if there's a specific reason. I don't know that she said anything. But yeah, she's done. So I'm glad that I got to see the clips that I did of her. She was always really entertaining and funny. So I hope she goes on to do something great in the future.
She later made a statement that this was not a retirement, but more of an indefinite hiatus. So I guess it's like a graduation with an option to come back. But either way.
Yeah. She's basically...
That's
for
a big,
the immediate future, she's done.
If for some reason I come back, it won't be for years, fellas.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was nice talking to you.
So yeah, again, we wish everyone who's graduating the very best of luck in the future. And we know you're all talented people. You're going to do great stuff. So...
It's not easy because the magic goes away. It stops being cool VTubing. It becomes job where I talk on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
it's not going to be for everybody in the long term.
Yeah.
Even in the immediate term, it's not for a lot of people. So, okay, now is the part of the podcast where we ignore Carlos.
If you can, I highly recommend. There's this tape that blocks out part of the screen. Mm-hmm. This part is dead air. There's nothing there for you.
I mean, I can just go sit over there.
No.
That's fine. I'll edit you out. Cameron and I went to Anime Boston 2023.
Boston 2023.
It was a really good time.
It was great.
We got to see a lot of HoloLive panels.
There was a lot of HoloLive going on here.
Honestly, okay, so Anime Boston was really weird for me and interesting as an anime convention. Because a lot of the panels that were there weren't super interesting for me personally. Mm-hmm. The dealer hall was great. The artist alley was fantastic. But again, the HoloLive panels that we got to go to, there was 3 of them total, and they were all great.
Yes, like those were phenomenal panels, which I'm very much looking forward to discussing. But like, I guess just like an overview of Anime Boston. It was fun. It felt like a con that was a little too big for its shell. This is the first time where the only panels I could get into were the main event panels I was prepared to know life. Like I went to MagFest. You could get into like any panel because none of them were going to be full because there were so many. Here at Anime Boston, there was like 4 going on at a time and there was like 32,000+ people or so. They're very bored and they're willing to go to any of these.
Yeah, Saturday you could not get into any panel you really wanted to go to unless you waited in line for a long while.
The only panels I got into were the HoloLive ones, which I was prepared to line up for an hour in advance. And when we got there, there was already people there. So let's talk. Let's do it. Let's just begin. Let's get into it. Should we start with the BAE meet and greet or should we hop into the panels?
If you want to start with BAE, go for it.
Sure. Because I feel like the BAE is the reason we went. The BAE was the stupid reason. So just to recap for those of you joining in. When starting this podcast, it exposed me to more HoloLive things I wasn't going to be aware of. Whenever I saw HoloLive meet and greet, I went, great, OmoCat's making shirts. So one of these chuckle fucks brought up, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but like you can like sign up for a chance to meet one of them. So I went, no way. That's funny. I'll do it as a joke. It's going to close in like 10 minutes.
I did the same.
I signed up for fucking one. Because like I like Kiara a lot. I don't know enough about the boys. I can't talk to Fubuki. So I picked BAE. And you know what? That worked for me. BAE's like my goddamn Oshi. I think she's fucking great. She's the VTuber, if I could set aside and have a conversation with, she'd be like up on near the fucking top of the list because I feel like we'd get along. So I picked her. My man over here picked Kiara.
I did.
And some fucking how, I woke up a couple days later, don't know how much later, and checked my Gmail, and I got picked.
I did not.
What the fuck? So we had entered a suicide pact that if either of us got picked, we would both go.
100%. We did agree to that, and so we both went.
And I just want to be clear. Nick fucking did it and took me there, and I was prepared to do the same for him. That was amazing.
So we got in a car, and we drove for 8 hours. Plus a couple stops, and ended up being closer to 9 hours by the time we got there. We arrived in Boston, Massachusetts.
So it was, Boston's lovely. Not my first time there.
My first time there.
Great city. I've had zero issues with Boston. Gosh, I just want to talk about the whole thing. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna be like super quick. Just hit all the highlights. We were inside a bougie mall for bougie people. This was like a fancy fucker mall.
There was a Gucci next to a Burberry across from a Balenciaga, which was next to a Mont Blanc.
That's not a real store. They made it up.
It's like every shop in that mall had 12 handbags that cost more than my home.
It's the first time I went past a store where there's a person in a suit and tie waiting to greet you, and they sell Keurigs.
Yeah. Oh, they had the Nescafe store.
Fuck off. No offense to you guys. Nesca's like, it's fine. I watched the
if you're
coffee
bougie,
shop,
you're
fine.
bougie.
It's bougie. It's bougie Keurig. Grow up. Okay. So we're inside a bougie mall, and we're like, great, cool. We got guided in by security because we came in really late. That security guy was a Chad. We got into our rooms. Very small room, but it was fine. I've been in way worse. Me and Nick shared a bed.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
We slept surprisingly good.
Yeah, I didn't. My neck hurt real bad.
Yeah, but
those
that's
pillows.
It was not because of me. It was because of the pillows.
Yeah.
I mean, moving on. So we wake up and we're like, all right, let's go get to that DurCon and get there. And by us, I mean I woke up way before Nick and did it way before Nick because
I drove.
If something went wrong, I'd rather it go wrong hours before the meet because I wake up and I have till 1 to figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah. So the meet and greet Friday 1 p.m.
Exit hotel room. Re-enter bougie mall, go up an escalator, go past a Starbucks, cross a sky bridge that goes across the road, enter a second bougie mall.
This bougie mall is where the Nescafe store was. There was like a really fancy candy store that Cam went in and got some candy for like $30 or whatever.
It was too expensive. It's so good though. We walked past all this shit. There's the con. The con's here. There's a hotel here. Don't go to the con. You're not allowed in. There's guards. Go to the hotel.
Yeah.
And in the hotel, you get your badge. We waited in line. We got our shit pretty quick. I got out, grabbed Nick.
Eventually, I wake up. I go get my badge. Cam does other stuff.
Yeah.
And
I go do other stuff. I figure out what's going on. I Google everything. How do I get to the rat? How do I get to the rat? Where's the rat? Google doesn't know what the fuck the rat is. It's fine. It does its best. Walk around the con, get an idea of what's going on. Okay. I figure out where the rat is. She's not at the con. She's in the hotel. Go to floor 5. You'll be among your people. I go to floor 5. And for the record, I'd like to clarify something. Anime Boston did nothing to really tell you what's happening with the actual event. They were very clear how to get to it. I had luckily looked up how long you actually get, what's going to happen on Reddit. Thank you, Redditor people. And some of the VTubers who talked about their experience doing it. Like Kiara had a really good stream where she talked about what Hololive Meet was like. You get like 3 or 5 minutes, depending on your luck. You just get to talk with them. You get a photo at the end. Cool, great. I'll probably get the photo ready.
You just send it to me.
I'll send it to you. So I enter a room around my time. I have the ticket. I get inside. I get greeted by Hololive staff. It is a man from Japan who goes, "Hello, sir." It's like, and I'm like, oh shit, this is a man from Japan and his shirt says Hololive. I guess he knows how BAE's doing today. So he goes, right this way. You're going to sit in here and wait your turn. Like, cool, great. I sit down. As I enter the room, I realize, oh, there are Hololive people in here. Because you can tell right away, it's those kind of dudes. I sit next to this guy, and they're just carrying on. They're talking about how they've been bullying BAE for as long as they humanly can. It is just like...
Sounds right.
It's like, yeah, I was on her White Day stream. I was the guy who sent that one line. It's like, oh, no, you son of a bitch. So as I'm sitting there, like, everyone's chatting it up. And, like, my goal is to, like, keep my head low. Because, like, these guys are talking about, like, I'm going to ask BAE what she thought about my super chat. I'm going to ask BAE what she thought about this. It's like, I don't got a question like that. I just kind of want to talk to her. But one guy's like, how do you do well at Vtubing? How do I get better at singing? It's like, I think that's not the kind of question I want to ask BAE, because that's a lot to put on her. I'm however old working a job. It's at this point, my shit's together. And if it's not together, she cannot help me.
Fair, frankly.
But like as I'm waiting, like one guy finally turns to me and goes, "Where are you gonna ask Bae?" And I just go, so I'm like, probably gonna ask her what her favorite cartoon is. And he goes, "Cool." And at one point he's like, "Hey, are you gonna go to the karaoke concert later today?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "You can't." I go, "What the fuck do you mean?" Tickets. It has tickets? It's just a thing. It doesn't fucking say it on the fucking website. It's like, yeah, you need tickets. That fucking sucks. Here you go. Huh? Here's a ticket. And I go, "Thank you." And then he literally says, and I quote, "The brats have to stick together."
Hell yeah.
I felt so endeared and immediately part of a group that
if you're that guy, Chad.
You are a Chad. He gave me his Discord. I might friend him, might tell him about the podcast. He's really cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
While we're waiting, he's trying to fucking get on Ticketmaster and still get a ticket to the thing. I respect the shit out of him. He's one of the guys who's talking about the meta, and he revealed something else about the shipping situation. His theory that he was working out of other people. There's a limited amount of people who get the cheap shipping first, but HoloLive physically runs out of how many packages they can do at that level of priority, and then it swaps to the 150. That's his theory of what's happening.
I've actually heard that before.
We'll never get transparency, of course, but yeah, that makes sense to me. While we're waiting, the door fucking opens, and in walks a man with an orange apron, a hat, a chicken plushie, a backpack covered in Kiara pins. He sits down, and everyone looks at him, and he just goes, "I didn't get picked for Kiara."
My brother, I see you.
And then two other guys said, "Me too." So here's what happened.
No one can get into Kiara.
No one got fucking Kiara, but everyone had Bae as their backup because you can sign up for as many as you please.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I would have signed up for Fubuki.
I would have signed up for
100% Risu.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved to get to talk to Risu. I love that squirrel. She's so good.
So at that point, it's figured out, and I sit down, and we just wait our turn. People get called up, and the second they get called, you see like all the color leave their face and go, "Okay." Everyone goes, and every time someone comes back, the whole room goes, "Hey!" It's like, "Why'd you ask her?" He goes, "I asked her how to sing better. She said she's self-taught. You just have to be careful, look up videos on what you do, and sing what you like because then it makes it easier not to be embarrassed." Yeah.
Solid advice. Good job, Bae.
Good shit, based like laying down truth. Everyone comes back and goes, "Dude, it's the easiest conversation I've ever had. I felt no anxiety. She's great." Go, fucking A. I wait, and dead on. At some point, the Risu fans start coming in. This is not a drag on you Risu fans. In fact, it's a positive drag. Most of the Risu fans were in drag. It was mostly dudes dressed as the gals. Sorry to assume. It was mostly just like, "Oh, that is bold."
Neat.
Risu fans are just, that's how they are, and I think that's actually awesome.
I may have found out something about myself today.
Risu fans, you guys were cool in the room. I liked every single one that came in.
Yeah.
They're just like, "Is this the room for Risu?" It's like, "Bae's here too, guy. We're running over." I thought that was awesome. So I get called I'm the last person to see Bae, which makes me think it is literally in order of when they chose it.
Huh.
So I go in. Let me just fucking break it down. You stand outside because you're on the wing. Once the guy leaves the room, now it's your turn to go in. Then he goes back to the debrief room. Hey. So I'm waiting outside. Like, I forgot what my question was. I don't remember. It's a good thing I didn't pick a dead serious question because I would forget it.
Yeah.
My goal was always just to talk to the rat.
Solid goal right there.
So it becomes my turn. I enter the room. The HoloLive staff man is back. And he... It's weird that I have such a strong memory of it. He just looks at me, gives a grin. He's wearing a mask. And he's like, "Are you ready to talk with Bae?" I'm like, "What?" It's an empty like hotel room. There's no furniture, nothing to comfort you. There's like just carpet, wall, a TV that Bae is fucking on, and a camera pointing dead on. When I say yes, when I go, "Sure," I hear from the room, goes, "Are they here?" It's like, so like, "Hello?" It's like, no. Like, no time. It starts now. I walk in front. I do my best to not seem hideous and disgusting. It's difficult. And I go, "Hello?" And they go, "Ah!" So I'm not gonna recreate every single BAE explodes every like 4 seconds. She's very loud. She's probably nervous too. Don't blame her. I'd be nervous in her shoes. I was nervous in my shoes. Not a shoe left unnerved.
You can hardly tell.
Yeah. This is exciting recalling this because this is so weird.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It was fun. It's surreal. Surreal's the biggest word. I am now talking to the funny rat PNG that moves.
So yeah, I can't vouch for just a one-on-one convo, but even the panels there,
Yeah.
like whenever like Magni looks at the audience and goes, "You guys look like dorks," or whatever the fucking Magni says, it's just so weird that it's just like I'm being potentially perceived by a VTuber, and this is really strange.
It's the first time God's seen me.
Yeah, right. Like, and she speaks Japanese. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. And this is far from my first time talking to a talent I admire. Every con I've ever gone to, I've made it a point to talk to at least one famous person, so I get better at it. Magfest with Super Eye Patch Wolf, fucking lovely guy. This year it's BAE. So I'm standing in front of her. BAE is perceiving me and responding to the stimuli I'm giving her. I will cherish this. I put it inside a necklace and put this memory around my neck. I'm going to misinterpret it on purpose to feel better. She said, "You look so good." And she, "That's a nice Halloween Council shirt." And I'm like, so instantly, like, she's not complimenting me, the man. It's the shirt, right? But again, the amulet. I go, she thought I was handsome. I'm a handsome boy. So whatever.
Take it, dude. Take it.
Take it.
Run with it.
I have
Keep
an
it,
ego. I
keep
like
it
the
secret.
idea.
Keep it safe.
I like the idea I'm attractive. So she compliments the shirt. I felt good about the shirt because I bought it day fucking 1 when it came out in OmoCat's shop. But now OmoCat's at the con and fucking everyone in the room had a BAE shirt from OmoCat. It's like, you know what? Fair, boys. Good shit. I am no longer unique. So we talk. We talk for real. And I go, yeah, OmoCat's great. Fucking love her shirts. Got this shit real early. She goes, fucking awesome. Just like barely any chit chat. My heart's racing like 3 minutes. I go, all right, I got my question. Cause like I figure like, let's structure this. Cause Kiara's advice was like, fucking no one would start the conversation. So it's like, I'll be in charge of the conversation cause that makes it easier for them. And when I talk to people, I try to be selfless about it. Let's make this an easy convo. She is working a job. She's on the clock. She just needs the 3 minutes with me to be easy. Then she could take a nap and stream.
There you go.
So I go, all right, BAE. Growing up, what was your favorite cartoon? She responds, is this just a clever ploy to reveal how much of a Zoomer I am? Immediately, like, I'm going like full on nice guy. No. I just really want to know. And she goes, all right. She mentions a show. Apparently it's called, she offers to give 2 answers. Her favorite cartoon as a kid and her favorite cartoon as a baby rat. Her favorite cartoon as a baby rat was called like Granny's Shoes or something like that. She describes it as an old lady isekais into other people's shoes to learn more about them. I looked it up on Wikipedia. It's made in Canada. Don't think it came out in the States. Went to Aussie and other places. Good choice. That cartoon looks solid. And then for her favorite normal cartoon, she picked Fairly Odd Parents. And I told her that is based.
There you go.
Fairly Odd Parents is a really good answer. And I can see it in her sense of humor. I really can. We have that in common, despite her Zoomerisms. But I'm the bridge. I'm the Bionicle era.
Yeah.
The Zoomers and Millennials both get me.
Right in the middle there.
And I get both of them. I love that. First of all, I skimmed over something. Taking a lot of showers, I've been rehearsing how the fucking thing was going to go. And every time I did, I knew how it would start. And this is how it actually started in real life. Hello. What's your name? My name's Cameron. Cameron. And then I immediately stopped the imagination, go, fuck. She did it. I'm not kidding. That's how it started. I hated it. So.
Meltdown over.
But then she turns it on me. She goes, what was your favorite cartoon? I'm like, oh, fuck.
This is a conversation now.
I go, as a kid, my favorite cartoon was probably Dora the Blue's Clues. It's like, I never heard of it. It's like, all right, cool cultural exchange moment. Aussies don't have Blue's Clues, or BAE was too old for it. Too young for it. Mm-hmm. She's a Zoomer. I go, I remember my phrasing. It was weird phrasing, but it was funny to me. I said, it's fine. Blue Dog solves mysteries. Works if you know what Blue's Clues is. Probably left her a little lost, but it's fine. It's a kid's show.
Yeah.
But then I go, as for favorite normal cartoon, my brain explodes. and instantly a rule emerges in my brain out of nowhere. I'm sorry I remember my cerebral processes so well. A loud voice in my head screams, "Do not fucking say chowder." I don't know why I put chowder so far off fucking limits. I love chowder, but I'm not allowed to tell Bae my favorite cartoon is chowder. It's not my favorite cartoon. I go, I'm going to be safe and say SpongeBob. And she goes, "Oh, that's a good one. The fucking guy running the booth even nods his head and goes, "Yeah, SpongeBob."
No,
The second I say SpongeBob, the same voice that said chowder replied, "It's Edda and Eddie, you dumbass."
I mean, solid pick, frankly. Ed and Eddie was great.
It was my actual favorite cartoon. I've had this fucking thought before.
That was my favorite too, actually.
Yeah, actually,
I drove 8
Not gonna
hours
lie.
to tell the rat the
Same.
wrong answer. And then like the Japanese guy goes, all right, let's get a photo. He's like, and I'm like, that was so fast. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, that's fair. Let's let her go. He pulls out my phone. He takes like 10 photos just to make sure it gets it. I get that. Whenever someone hands me their phone to take a photo, I take 2.
always, yeah.
And
Get coverage.
And then he goes, all right, thank you. And Bae goes, thank you. Walk back to the thing. I go, I did it, everyone. They go, yeah. And then I spend the rest of the day on a fucking cloud.
Yeah, it's true. This dude was floating.
I was so fucked. That was the best experience I've ever had with a famous person. Bae's lovely, extremely nice. Just fucking listen to her on Chadcast. That's what she's actually like. She's just so easy to talk to. She's a dork. She's so easily excitable. She's a real human person that I'm glad she's here. Thank you, Bae.
There we go.
All right, that was my presentation on the thing. If she ever sees this, I will leave the internet.
Ollie, go ahead, send this to Bae. We'd really appreciate that. So yeah, that was Kim's great Bae explosion.
There you go.
He came back to wherever I was at some point. We met up at the con, and he talked to me about the karaoke thing, and I was like, "Oh, when's that happening? 6 o'clock or whatever." Cool, I want to go. Yeah, I have 1 ticket. It's ticketed. Fuck. Very upset, and I was
my
like,
side is like immediate. Like Nick needs to take this ticket out of my fucking hand and go right now.
but I was like, no, you got the ticket. It's your ticket. But it was like, apparently, because I don't know if you knew this at this point or not. I think you told me. But it's ticketed for the first so many people, and then after that, if there's space, you can just
I
go
was
in.
told there was a chance there'd be overflow, and the overflow guys get in.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, new suicide pack. Give it our best.
So we went over. We were like 20 minutes late. But we get in, and Bae is already on the screen, already singing, doing some karaoke. She was real good, of course.
Yeah, she's reacting to what the audience is doing.
Yeah. And
It's real casual. It's so much fun.
I sit down, there's a big rat, and she's like talking to the audience and singing, and I'm just like, I don't understand how Cameron did a one-on-one on this. This is insanity.
The funny story about this, though,
Okay.
it was literally the day after this happened, and a 40-minute phone video popped up in my recommended videos.
Oh, no.
No.
I watched like 2 minutes of it, and I'm like, this feels wrong. I'm going to stop.
It is wrong. That's illegal content.
Some people got yelled at for having their phones out.
Yeah, you're not supposed to record
This was
those.
It was literally 40 minutes. I
How did
imagine
they not fucking find it?
he must have gotten caught because it just cuts off. At
That's what
one
happened.
point.
Yeah. Like, he probably had it in a bag or something, maybe. But
Yeah.
either way, point being, Bae is singing. She's doing a great job.
Love it.
I can't think of a single song that she sang now that we're sitting here.
Criminy, she sung some really good stuff. She sung "Play Dice," of course,
Oh, of course, yeah, she did.
and then she ended on her I think her first official live performance of "Our Bright Parade."
Oh, yeah, she did.
Big deal.
So
Loved
that
it.
was really good. And then we moved on to Risu.
Risu, motherfucker.
So Risu has a fantastic voice. If you don't know, all of her songs are great. She was like, "We're gonna do ballads today."
I fucking love ballads.
Yeah, and so she sang a couple ballads, and then suddenly she's just like, "I've got a guest here because actually I'm singing at Ollie's house." And then Ollie sang with Risu.
Yeah, Ollie was just fucking there.
And I was just like, "Oh, the zombies!"
I fucking love Ollie.
And then I think it was the last song she did.
It was the last song.
Yeah, she debuted her new song, which is now available for everyone to listen to. She debuted it yesterday, I believe. It's called 1:15 a.m. It's got such good city pop vibes. It's such a cool tune.
Genuine banger. I was bobbing in the audience. here's how my brain works. There's only like a couple Hololive songs I consider like re-listenable. I'll listen to any of them once, but then like there's a big shelf and it's like, let me just dust off Doggy God. I'm doing good. Hello, the Treasure Box. Yeah, you're great too. And then all the others. And then one day it's like, okay, Risu, welcome to the shelf.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just a banger song. It's so good.
Yeah.
Listen to it if you haven't. Thank us later.
The funny thing about the Risu situation, though, I saw Ollie tweeted out. Apparently, the whole reason that happened was Risu's modem died the day that she was supposed to be there.
She had to meet people.
So she went to Ollie's house.
I mean,
so bad.
it's good to have backup. It's great to have friends. I'm glad that Ollie could help her with that, too, because it was so good to see her and to hear her sing, frankly. That led into Fubuki, and Fubuki was like 8,000% energy. Unhinged. The Burger Fox was there. She was live, and she was ready to sing. And boy, she sang anime songs.
Let me sum up the energy, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
She emerged. Japanese words. Then she said the word "bae" and put a rat on the screen. Then she said the word "risu" and put a squirrel on the screen. She ate the rat.
And then she ate the squirrel.
Also, she has those floppy antennas with the burgers on top. Every time she finished a song, she ate one of the burgers. Like, she's so fucking hungry.
Yeah.
And here's how every song introduction went. Japanese words. Anime song.
Any song.
And then name of song she's going to sing. Audience cheering because it's one of various well-known OPs.
Rain Eye Circulation, for instance.
My Hero
She sang Rain Eye Circulation.
My Hero Academia OP.
Yeah. I think there was a Naruto one or something.
Oh, yeah, I think there was.
So she went through, it was 40 minutes each of each person singing, right? And we got to the point where Fubuki sang Rain Eye Circulation. It was like halfway through her set or something. And then she sang eventually Japanese Goblin.
I felt so fucking blessed.
So good.
I felt so blessed to get to see fucking Japanese Goblin live.
It's so funny. Yeah, so she just went off. Again, she would like, in between songs, she'd like say something really fast in Japanese with like one or two English words. And then the audience would like cheer real loud at the English words because that we were just like, Rain Eye Circulation. Hey! You know, we know that those words, you know.
For what's worth, Fubuki did a really good job picking her song list because she picked anime songs the West knows.
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, she did Chainsaw Man, the Kikuruchu, whatever the song.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the 80s outro.
Yeah.
That was she's really good at picking songs for her register and her range.
She's a great singer too, obviously. But yeah, so that was a fantastic panel. Now,
Day 2. The dawn of the lads.
Yeah, the boys are back in town. We got Magni, we got Vesper of the Guild Tempest.
And they are here to fix your fucking life.
Yeah. So their whole shtick, their whole thing was life advice. Let's help some people, you know? Let's really get out there, change some lives. And the first life I think they changed in the audience, maybe not the first, maybe the second.
Here's what happened.
But there was a big fish.
No, Big Fish was second because here's what happened.
Second.
The lights are low. The camera turns on. And they go, there's a lovely crowd. They're just commentating out of nowhere. Like, no warning. They've begun to observe you. Magnus like, a lot of losers in here today. Vesper's like, yeah, I see them. They're already, like, the chemistry's already, like, on fucking fire. These two are on the same brainwave. They zoom in, and you see a woman, a wise person, raise a body pillow towards the heavens of Magni in a compromised situation.
No pants, baby, no pants.
Camera zooms in, and Magni's like, not really sure how to interpret that.
So guess who the first person that gets taken up on stage to be given life advice is?
Hey, welcome to the stage. So what's your problem? She adjusts the microphone. I'm worried what my husband will think of my recent purchase.
It wasn't her husband. It was the guy she'd been dating for 7
years. And Magni goes, I don't know what you mean. You can just put the pillow between you and him.
You roll him over every other day so that he faces a different person or whatever.
You can tell that's not life size because you need a lot more linen.
Yeah.
Oh, and last good thing with that too, because we can just swoop over her because he gives a lot of really good advice, actually. Magni on the screen behind her. Hey, look up. She looks up. Altair perspective. Like, that's how savage they are at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. So it leads on to the second person who is dressed as some sort of a blue marlin.
A big blue marlin who is twerking to save their goddamn life.
Yeah, she was fantastic, hilarious, and then she gets on stage, asks some questions.
She talks about her anxiety.
Yeah.
And Vesper's like, I totally get that. And Magni's like, literally, what is anxiety?
Yeah. And Vesper was just like, you're at a convention, you're in a Hollow Stars panel, and like there's HoloLive stuff happening all weekend. Go talk to people about that.
Starting now, everyone in this room is good. Talk to them.
Yeah. Like you're on the same wavelength, you've got a common interest, talk about it. That's how you get over, like, that's how you start working towards that ability to talk to people, is you just find something in common. And like this was a life hack for me at one point, because I can walk into any video game store and be like, hey, you got any cool something, or like, what do you got in your collection that like you picked up here for a good price, like that kind of stuff. You walk into an environment that other people are within the same group, and you can just start. One of my favorite ways, if I walk into a room and I don't know anybody, is I'll just walk up to somebody and be like, played any good games recently?
Yeah.
Seen any good movies recently?
That's actually advice Magni.
You ever read a book?
That's actually advice Magni gave. And it's advice also I learned from fucking How to Make Friends and Please People, a real book from like Carnegie Mellon on how to meet friends. Mm-hmm. People are very fucking eager to talk about themselves. The best way to make friends and to talk to people is to be a good listener. That's why I like you, Carlos.
Everybody loves Carlos. He's great.
I mean, that's my primary life skill.
There you go.
It's worked. You're just, here you are in a successful podcast.
Yeah, it's very successful. Okay, so Magni and Vesper continue to give great life advice. At one point, they're like, maybe we'll do a Q&A, and then they just keep giving out life advice.
Yeah, Q&A does not fucking happen. Yeah. There's like one that's like really good. We already talked about the League of Legends once. We can skip over that. There's a part where a guy asks, I know this chick. It's long distance. How do I make it work? Mm-hmm. And Magni's like, I might have been there before. That's interesting. That's like a view into the past. Mm-hmm. Start by showing her Fortnite stream number 7. No, he gives like genuinely really good advice, because it's all about like making sure you have time for them. You don't see each other every day, so that gesture is really important. It's like, wow, this is like equal parts a shit post. These guys roasting the shit out of the audience, and also like real advice.
Yeah, solid, actually beneficial things that will help people.
Genuinely upset they're not doing more panels like immediately. These guys are fucking funny.
Yeah, they're really good. Again, give the boys a shout. Like, they're so good.
They keep calling people on stage, and they keep being from Valhalla.
There was 2 Valhalla cosplayers that got pulled up. That was really good. And I can't remember the guy's name that they came up near the end. They were like, we got time for one more, and they were like, looks like we've already got somebody, and they bring the guy up on stage, and I can't remember his name. Starts with a G, I think. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's gonna kill me. But he's just like, they're like, all right, who are you? And the guy says his name, and Magni's like, oh my god, because Magni knows him from his chat.
Oh.
And the guy is just like, yeah, I told you I was gonna be here. And he was just like, so I have a lot of anxiety. And like he asks about how to get like through that a little bit, and like, how to make friends. And again, that was like hey, everyone here has a common interest. Just talk to people. And like my favorite part was everybody started chanting the dude's name.
Yeah.
And he was just like, way to do that to the guy with anxiety. Thanks. Like,
I learned how like fucking just like how sharp Magni is. Like I already liked Vesper a lot. This is the fucking panel that turned me on to Magni.
Yeah, Magni's a champ.
He's now currently in my lens. Like, sorry for ignoring you before, King. You're fucking funny.
Yeah. So that was fantastic. The entire panel was great, obviously. Again, give the boys a shout. But the last day was the panel that I was waiting for, because the last panel was Kiara Takanashi, who I like a lot.
And her daughter.
Kobo Kanaeru. So this began with them, before it starts, maybe 5 minutes before, they hop on mic and they're chatting a little bit with the audience, and I'm just shouting my head off. And then they're like, oh, we got to start the thing, and cut their audio. We go to Kiara's video for Do You. Great, classic, banger, love it. Mm-hmm. Play it again.
Love is such a game.
It is too. Yeah. And then we go to Kobo's video for O Asmara, her new song. We got to listen to that again.
Gorgeous.
Banger.
Gorgeous.
Fantastic.
I probably listened to that 20 times at this point.
Do you like to imagine you're the boy at the end?
Who doesn't? We all want it to be Carlos. So we get some music videos, and then they come on, and they're like, all right, let's sing some. I believe is the first thing they did.
And
right?
they
did
established right away
karaoke.
that they can't both sing at the same time due to technical difficulties.
Yep. So Kiara sings, I believe Sparks was.
Yeah,
she
Sparks.
sang. She sang Sparks. Of course, another classic banger, fantastic. I'm here for it. I love you, Queen. And then Kobo is like, all right, my turn. Maya hee. And she sings Numa Numa.
Dude, like the first time she gets through my he, I'm like, good bit. Then the music fades in, and it's like,
Oh no, it's real. And so she sings Numa Numa. Everybody is singing along.
the audience loses their
That-
this is their anthem,
That
motherfucker.
absolutely does not surprise me in the slightest that she would do something like that.
It gets better.
It gets better. Well,
So the next thing they roll into, as far as I can remember,
It's
is
mother-daughter now, right?
Mother-daughter time. They do a quiz that is supposed to tell them and us if they're DNA related.
are they a real family?
Starts off great. Kiara's like, cats or dogs? Kiara, obviously, cat. Kobo, I don't like cats.
They are annoying.
They are annoying. I like dogs.
Dogs are nice.
Yeah. And so, like, oh, great. Off to a great start. They go through like 12 questions or so, maybe 13, and then like they're at like 6.5 of the same answers.
Highlights include when Kiara says her favorite flavor of ice cream is very specifically a Ben and Jerry's love potion.
It was Baskin Robbins.
Baskin Robbins, thank you. And Kiara's like, have you ever had it? And Cole goes, yeah, I had some yesterday. And it's like, wait, what do you mean you had some yesterday? He's like, they're in Indonesia. And she goes, why aren't they in Austria?
She's like, that flavor's only supposed to be out for Valentine's Day. How did you even get it? Like, Kobo's like, I don't know. And then Kobo's like, I like matcha. Okay. That was the half point they got. 'Cause
Yeah.
she was just like, well, at least you tried it yesterday. We'll give half point for that. Sure, why not? So yeah, I think that was one of the better questions.
Yeah, that was one of the funnest ones. The audience had a lot of fun questions throughout it. We got a little Indonesia. Oh, learn about how... One part, they're like, what's your favorite... It's like something to do with like temperature, favorite season. It's like, but Kobo, it must be different for you. It's like, my air conditioner is on, Kiara.
Yeah, because they were talking about it. They were like, it's like 9 degrees in Boston right now. That's crazy. And this is Celsius, obviously.
Kiara's like, no way it's that cold. I'm like, bitch, it's like warm enough I might not wear a coat today.
It's like April. This is great. Like,
What's happening in Austria?
yeah, and she's just like, and then Kobo's like, it's like 32 degrees Celsius or whatever. You know, it was like boiling lava hot. She's like, my air conditioner's on. I'm just like, Kiara's like, I think we're all going to Indonesia, huh, guys? Like, yeah, I think that's the play now.
Yeah.
So basically a lot of like questions, answers, some really fun banter. And then of course they get to the end and Kiara's like,
Oh, I'm hyped for the end.
yeah.
We're going to have to fucking wrestle for who gets to tell the story of how it ends.
So Kiara says, according to the test results, we're not related. Oh no, Kobo, that means you're adopted. And Kobo's like, aw. And then Kiara's like, oh, I figured you were gonna do the thing.
Do the bit.
Do the bit. Come on.
Do the bit. Say the line,
And
Bart.
so Kobo goes, oh yeah. And Kiara goes, we'll try it again. Kobo, you're adopted.
I'm adopted?
Yeah, and she does the meme of Thor. And then they talk about Callie being the dad and stuff anyways. So she's like, it's fine.
Throughout like the whole thing, Kobo very naturally, with no hesitation or words, keeps going, yeah, Callie's my dad.
Constantly. So after this, of course, they're like, all right, one more song. Kobo.
No, Kiara sings her song.
Oh, yeah, no. What did Kiara sing?
Gosh, I have no clue. It's not. I think it's another original. I think she's just.
It
all
definitely
in
was
there.
another original. I can't remember which one it was.
And then Kiara's like, "All right, Kobo."
It's your turn. So Kobo begins singing. I don't know how to lead into this.
Allow for me to. The room is quiet. Kobo's the last song of the night. Kiara hyped it up, and it's like, okay, she sung Mile Mahi or whatever the fuck. What could she possibly do next? And bra 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 bra. Do the crazy frog.
And so yeah, she goes off and sings Crazy Frog. Kiara, by the way, losing her mind at this
She
point.
pulls up a whiteboard that they're using for the game and writes, "What is this song choice?"
Yeah.
Kiara didn't know this was going to happen.
So Kobo sings the Crazy Frog song. This is the Crazy Frog. You know, and like the entire time, over and over. We get to the end of the song, and Kiara's like, Kobo, what is this song choice? whenever we did the rehearsal, you played like an acoustic guitar and sang along to it. And Kai was just like, it's a surprise. And so, like, the audience is just dying anyways because we just listened to Kobo sing The Crazy Frog. Everyone's just losing their minds. And then they're just like, okay, I guess thanks for coming to the panel.
See you guys at the Easter stream.
Yeah, see you guys. Stop by the Easter Spectacular. And then that was the end of the panel. We immediately hightail it to the car, jump in, drive 8 hours home, just in time to go to bed for work the next day. Yeah. It was a long weekend. That was the story of Anime Boston, basically, for us. I got to take some cool pictures of cosplayers. If I can remember, I'll throw those up now. Here's a picture of Cameron with BAE, if I didn't already put that up.
Mm-hmm.
If you like what you saw, do all the normal stuff. I'm going to go ahead and shout out 3 birthdays real quick, and then we're closing up shop here.
I am tired. I'm so fucking tired.
We're way over schedule right now, and that's great. We love talking to you folks. So real quick, we're skipping the industry focus and the indie focus this week.
That's clarified at the beginning.
Again, birthdays, we got Rika from Hollistar's first gen on the 15th of April. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We got Lady, who's a member of False ID's team on the 17th. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And Kishida Tema of Hollistar's second gen on the 18th. Happy birthday. Okay, if you like what you saw and you're on YouTube, drop us a comment. Let us know what we did right, what we did wrong, how we can improve. Help us to help you to have entertainment.
Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast, and we may read it, especially if it's funny. If you don't leave a review, we will still read it.
Yes, from inside your mind.
Thank you, everyone, once again for coming by.
Thank you. We super appreciate it. I'm Nick.
I'm Carlos.
What? I'm Cameron.
We swap for now, and you should swap this off later.
Bye.
See ya.